Listen!
Testing. Hi. Can I get a mic check, please? Good, great. Okay, right, let's go ahead and switch out to just chatting mode. 3, 2, 1. Hi, good evening everyone. How's it going? How are you? I hope it's bright enough. I feel like it could be a tad brighter. Is that any better? You guys tell me. Hello, welcome everyone. Happy weekend, happy Saturday. How is everyone's weekend so far? How did I do last night? I definitely got out of my comfort zone, so I'm excited and feel a little bit more confident in showing another side of my personality that I was a little bit hesitant to share. If you like to see some of the highlights, you're more than welcome to check out my Instagram. I shared a little highlight. Yeah, the only game show, the 69th edition, happens to be a lewd one, so we were all able to cut loose and joke around about things that make us laugh. Okay, I'm so glad the audio is good. Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming nice and early. I see we have a few new followers. Thank you so much, Goldfish Brett, as well as Marpo for following. Cooking Seriously Jordan, my mod, Umi, thank you so much for popping by nice and early. I know you guys are busy, but you know, I appreciate you being here for me. Wildworks James, always early. Cherry Boba, hello, hello. You sent me a DM? Oh, Senpai Shadows. I don't check my DMs, guys. Like, if you whisper me or DM me, then I don't check it. If you have a message to tell me, then please contact one of my mods and they will relay the messages to me. It's just for my personal privacy's sake. I hope you don't take it personally. Who won? I didn't stay to watch the whole thing. I believe it was Clint. Clint won. He's the Vancouver photographer. Thank you so much, Ryan. I would never DM you. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys respecting my boundaries. I know other streamers may have, you know, their own way of doing things, but that's just how I personally do it. I value my time and I don't want to waste it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to come off as condescending or anything, but time is precious, and in order to help me filter through unnecessary messages, your messages, if you want anything, if you want to send it to my mods, they will let me know. Have I been well? I have. Thank you so much, Ace. I hope you're doing well. Do you have the weekend off? I'm trying to get you some stuff off your wish list. Well, if that's the case, then you're more than welcome to send a message to one of my mods, or you could just share it openly, publicly in chat. No shame here. Let's share the love. Hello, BK. Yeah, I'll lurk away. I think you just started streaming not too long ago. Thanks for saying here. I don't usually have a question to ask, so it's all good. Well, if you want to, you know, get connected with me offline, there's also my Discord as well. I do have a section that's dedicated to subscribers only, and you can ask me a question there. And if it's a relevant question, I might just answer it publicly or even on stream. Share the love. Also ice cream. Always room for ice cream. Agreed. Ice cream is delicious. You're done your stream, but you gotta drive your sis back home. Ah, okay, BK, please drive safely, okay? Anyway, it is Saturday, and on Saturdays we like to do a wellness check. And as you can see in the title, it says, "You mean I'm not lazy, or stupid, or crazy?" Yeah, this happens to be a book that's dedicated to a certain mental health illness, and I'll tell you more about it. I think to start with a story, and you know, from there, just ease into the topic that we're talking to today. Hello, Game Eater, how are you doing? I feel like the camera's too high up. But usually I just pan the camera so it's just the top of that mannequin right over here. Yeah. You're doing well? Sounds good. Hello, Nico Hashira. Thank you so much for following and welcome to the Tensor stream. How is it going? What is up? Just out of curiosity, is the closed captioning extension working? Sorry, a closed captioning overlay working? I hope it is. You might have to refresh to see if it's visible or not, but yeah. You're gonna look for a bit and pick up some dinner? Sounds good, Cherry Boba. I hope you have a good dinner. 909, hey Jess, how's it going? Love watching you last night on the game show. Aw, thank you so much for supporting me and, you know, cheering me on my adventures. Yonko Dikov, hello, welcome to the Tensor stream. How's it going? You do see the CC on the right of the screen? Perfect, thank you so much. You're more than welcome to turn it off if you like. It's just there for people if they like have to have that option. Alright, I have notes because I always go on a tangent and I lose track, so having my notes is really, really helpful for me. Great, thank you so much for asking, Yonko. Interpreto, thank you so much for following and welcome to the Tentacle stream. How's it going? What is up? Okay, I'm gonna put the volume down for music on my end. Reading is cool, yo. Yes, it is. Reading is amazing. Hi, Rin. How's it going? What's up? So, I had my last therapy session on Wednesday, and my therapist went ahead and said, well, it looks like you don't need to see me anymore. It seems like your original plan to, it seems like you've reached your goal, your original goal. And for me, it was just to find more clarity within myself and just to understand my way of thinking and try to adjust it, because obviously if you do something very, very long and you don't get the right results, you might have to change your approach. And so having a professional, non-biased therapist's opinion helps a lot. You know, obviously I have friends that I can confide in, but sometimes it's a conflict of interest, and sometimes your friends could be a little bit biased, and it kind of stops you from growing as an individual. Hype? Yeah, I guess so. My therapist is like, oh, so are we not gonna see each other anymore? What's going on? Once you fly to LA, what's gonna happen? I'm just like, I would still like to see you if that's okay. I think moving to LA is going to be a very drastic change. I might not see you every single week, but let's try to see each other maybe bi-weekly, tri-weekly, monthly. We'll see it. I don't want to cut ties with her yet because I think she's such a... I've developed a friendship with my therapist, and she's just so amazing and incredible. Yeah. Hello, Mamsie. How's it going? What is up? Gamer says that's good news. Means you're on the right track. Yes, I've been seeing my therapist consistently for, I want to say 8 months now, 8-9 months now. Pretty much around the same time you started streaming. So this has been such an incredible journey, and my, how time flies, huh? Sending hugs, huge hugs to therapists. Yes, and I urge you guys, and I will always promote this idea, but I encourage you guys to find a therapist that matches you. And just, I know it's very awkward, it's tough, it's daunting, and you will have moments of going up and down emotional wise, because I know I did. I had my fair share of breakdowns, and then I had a breakthrough, and here I am now, finally, with so much more clarity and happier, and just so excited to, you know, just do the things that make me happy. Yeah, my hair, you like? Rin says, from where you are now to the LA move, is it in the same state or states away? I don't recall where you're from. I'm actually Canadian. I am from the West Coast. I'm living in the West Coast. I lived in the East Coast before. West Coast Canada, Vancouver to be specific, and I'll be moving to Los Angeles, California. Well, not Los Angeles, just California in general. So, yeah. You know, we can hang out when you move. I've also started streaming quite recently. Cool. Well, I'd like to check out some of your streams and see what you're all about. Hello, Tennis. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Your emotes are super cute. Why did I choose LA? I personally thrive in warm weather and sunshine. I find myself... Okay, like, I'm trying not to complain, okay? I live in Vancouver, which has a lot... The weather here is all really, really mild. When usually around the year, it's not too hot, not too cold, but I want to say 80% of the time it's cloudy and rainy. If you're familiar with Seattle, it's kind of like that. And then you get 3 solid months of summer. During those months where it's very cloudy and rainy and cold, I take my vitamin D to supplement for the lack of sunshine, but I get really, really sad and depressed. Seasonal depression is a thing. And on top of my regular depression, it just doesn't do me well. With my body, like my body type, every time I feel cold, my body goes into hibernation mode and shuts down. I will not and cannot get out of bed. It's crazy, I know. And I would have to have like 3 layers of blankets on, a robe, and a heater on to get me out of bed, or else I'll just sleep my days away. I cannot get anything done. So my dream city is California because it's always sunny, it's relatively warm. Like their winters are nothing compared to Canadian winters, and so I think I'd feel the happiest there. I also like it because it has a lot of opportunities, and it's a great foodie city. There, all the anime cosplay conventions are there. It's just so cool. Yeah, exactly. LA is always sunny. Hello, Monday. No, 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 you're not late at all, Mundo. Don't worry about that. I just pretty much started. Do you feel more alive in wintertime? You don't know why? Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. I've lived in the East Coast before, and in Toronto, the weather is very similar to New York City. So, yeah, I had the extremities of super hot summers and super freezing winters. And I think California is my city. I've been to Asia before too, because I used to work as a flight attendant, and it's just way too humid for me. I can't function. You're opposite of me? You want cold? Okay, well, go to Canada. Or up north in general. When I live in the cold air, it feels nice. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoy the cold. For me, I just like the warmer weather. I just so much happier. And I could just tell living in Vancouver. When it's summertime, I'm so much more lively and happy and more willing to get up and get productive. Also, the cons got you to move to LA? Yeah, I've been to enough anime conventions in LA to get excited about that. I have a lot of cosplay friends there. Do you prefer warm weather too? Don't forget, famous celebs live there too. I can send you a list of celeb autographs I want. Right, right, exactly. There are celebrities there too. I feel like a lot of the content creators are there as well, so I don't feel as weird when I share with other people that I'm a content creator. Whereas here, people will give you looks and strange, like they're like, "What? What's that? That's weird." Also, when it's in LA, I could dress as scantily clad as I want, and no one bats an eye. Here, I wear a crop top like this, and people like staring like it's really weird. It's like nothing over there, and I like to have that freedom and obviously safety of wearing whatever I want. Time and place for everything. Wee woo police. Thank you so much for following and welcome to the Center Stream. How is it going? What is up? Don't get me wrong, I like the summer, but for sometimes summer brings bugs, heat rashes, just muggy, yuck feely. But a big plus, car shows, clear clubs, red fairies. Absolutely, yeah, Renaissance fairs and such. I agree, Rune. Like, I don't like sunburns. I don't like bugs either, but that's a small price to pay if it means I could actually get out of bed and wake up. Rails, for some reason, the mecca for Twitch YouTube is the hookup with connections. Yep, exactly. For some reason, it just happens to be that way. But anyways, let's get off of a tangent. Yeah, so my therapist asked me some questions just to make sure that I've really progressed it, because it's good. It's a good thing to clarify and just make sure with questions. If you're ever unsure, always ask questions. Don't make statements all the time. So my therapist asks me, so you said you had issues with people pleasing before, because I admit to being having doormat behavior before, low value behavior. And she says, what makes you think that you no longer are a people pleaser? And she made an abbreviation. She's like, PP, people pleaser. She's like, so how often do you PP every day, or how often do you PP a week? We made a little bit of a joke, or inside joke. And I told her, I know I'm not people pleasing anymore, because before when I did things for other people, it's usually because I didn't want to, but I did it because I was desperately seeking approval and I wanted to be liked by the other person. These days, I know I'm not people pleasing anymore, is because when I decide to do things for other people, it comes from a healthy, loving, capable place. I no longer do it because I care about what other people think about me. I do it because I want to. And regardless of the outcome, good or bad, I'll be okay. I'll survive. And that's how I know. That's how I know that I no longer people please and that I care about myself enough to know when to say no or next time. Yeah, and that's how I know. I've grown a lot as an individual. But my happiness journey of self-love has come such a long way, and I'm so happy to be able to come to that conclusion. You know what I mean? Thank you, Rian. You're super sweet. How do I blur the background? I have something called NVIDIA Broadcast, and it has a filter to blur out the background. Only certain webcams are capable of it, so I suggest checking it out and doing some research. Hello, Den Notes. Thank you so much for following and welcome to the Tentacle stream. How's it going? What's up? It's a filter. It gives the illusion of like a DSLR camera. Nico Hashira. Okay, yes, mom. Those brows ain't lying, sister. Teach me oasis. Oh, do you actually like them? You can barely see them, but yeah. I'll show you if you like. I think maybe in the future I'll do some YouTube videos on beauty stuff. I had girls ask me how to do makeup, and girls ask me how to like fake having boobies because I I have a very modest chest, but because I'm a cosplayer and I'm a very, very proud catfisher, I found my ways around it. Princess. Yeah, it was a filter. No worries, it happens. Thanks for asking. Notice me, senpai. Oh, Pet, how are you? Pets is great for you. Constant learning process. Distract yourself and your time. Exactly, I've learned. Like, just because you say no or later, it does not necessarily make you a bad person. It just means that you have other things that you need to prioritize. And the cool people, the people who respect you and your boundaries and can understand your reasoning are the people to keep around because they understand it's not easy. I find that it's the people that don't have boundaries for themselves are usually the ones that are easily offended the most. Have you noticed that? I've been with friends where they just don't have boundaries for themselves or self-love and respect for themselves, so that whenever they try to guilt trip me into doing something and I tell them no, they get really, really salty. Mature people who've grown and are growing and value growth in general are the ones who are understanding of that. Nico Hashira says, it's been kind of crazy life. Haha. I had my final session with my therapist, even though I can't see one for 4+ months because of a waitlist I'm on. Oh my. I had a friendship breakup with my bestie, and all my friends haven't been responding, but you know, haha, I'm okay. Aw. Well, I'm glad that you are taking the appropriate steps to see a therapist, and I know waitlist sucks, but I feel you. I've had my fair share of falling outs with my best friends too, and it hurt like a mother. Like, falling outs with your girlfriends or just with your friends are so painful. It hurts almost like a breakup, you know? Oof, but I've learned and I've grown, and I will always wish my friends and my exes the best, but I gotta do me at the end of the day. Mono says apparently helping people helps to boost your happiness, but obviously, as you said, you have to feel it, not do it because you want to be approved. Exactly. It has to come from a healthy place. Do it because you're capable. Like, don't put so much on your plate if you can't handle it. That's how you create burnout, and that's what I've experienced before. I wanted to desperately help so many people in such a short amount of time when I myself am not solidified as a person. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to prioritize myself, build my career, build myself up so I don't have any worries, and that way I could be secure and help other people without feeling burnout. That is the goal. Well, I'm not a girl though, so no, girl, guy. I think this applies to everyone. Proud catfisher. Yeah, you've seen it, and I'm proud. And I've like showed my bare face before. I have nothing to hide, guys. Tips get clicks, get them views. Thanks, Ace. Thanks. Marth says, this is nice to come across. I spent most of my day sleeping. Yeah, I have and still have symptoms of depression fatigue, but I think I'm doing a much better job at trying to maintain everything with a little bit of tricks and tips. Yeah, I think like beauty comes in so many different shapes and sizes, don't you think? Sizes, colors, genders, it doesn't matter. I think what makes a person especially attractive is how confident they are while they're rocking whatever they're doing. I love Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot's amazing. Yeah, falling outs are tough. Yes, girl. I honestly think I need someone to talk to. I want to help people in turn help self-worth. Don't go to help with people. It takes time. It takes time. Like, yes, you can have that friend that you can talk to, but I also suggest speaking to a therapist because it's an unbiased professional. They can call you out and they won't feel guilty for calling you out because they get paid for to help guide you. But obviously, take your time to find a good match. At the end of the day, no one can really build your self-esteem except for yourself. So you have to be willing to put in the work and help elevate yourself. Um, so with that being said, my therapist says, yeah, it seems like I'm done. And I told her one last thing I wanted to do was to check whether I had ADHD because I had my suspicions. ADHD is something that I've briefly came across online one day, just watching a couple videos here and there. I didn't know so much about it. My therapist mentions that ADHD is a product of a child who lives in an environment that's constantly changing, and so their attention is constantly um, moved from one thing to another. And I was curious, and so I did some research about it. And one day, while talking to my therapist, I'm like, "Do you think I have ADHD?" And my therapist said, I wasn't going to diagnose you or bring it up, but now that you mention it, yes, I think you do have symptoms of ADHD. And I asked her, how do I get properly tested? So she gave me a PDF with questions and we went through it together. And yeah, we came to the conclusion that I do have ADHD. I had my suspicions. And the reason why I had my suspicions is because here are some examples. I'm very terrible with time management. I get distracted very easily. I'll talk about something or I'll do something, and when I look at the time, 2-3 hours has passed. Another symptom of ADHD is not being able to have a good sleep routine. At night when I'm laying in bed, I have so many questions, and I am on the internet just Googling, watching videos, going down rabbit holes to get answers to everything that is on my mind. And so it causes me to have sleepless nights, and I don't sleep until like 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. in the morning sometimes. But it's something that I'm trying to overcome. On my Discord, I started a sleep tracking club where we all track our sleeps to hold each other accountable, and I think it's working. It's working. When I am able to sleep, I am so much in such a better mood. My depression symptoms are not as prominent, and I'm able to be productive and do things that make me happy. It sucks sleeping for 12 hours and not having energy. Yeah, having a purpose makes you happy. Having a purpose gives you self-worth. Having a purpose reminds you of the path that you're supposed to walk when you're feeling really, really low and sad about yourself, because that happens and it's totally normal. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad. There's nothing wrong with feeling insecure. The main thing is to be able to pick yourself up, know how to self-soothe yourself, not self-indulgent, not spoiling yourself with like shopping or eating really luxurious big meals. Self-soothing. This could be things like unplugging, saying no when you have to, giving yourself some days to recover before you pressure yourself into being productive, because I know in our society we have to be productive, but honestly, you know yourself best. You know what your limits are, so use your best judgment. Yeah, it everything makes sense now. And for the longest time, I just thought I was stupid or crazy or lazy or something. But now I understand and have a better understanding of myself as to why I function the way that I do and why it takes me a little bit longer to do certain things. Time management. Well, guess what? I have this big old digital clock behind me with like giant numbers to help me have a visual, because I'm a visual learner, and so I could keep track. If I'm getting ready to do my makeup, I could pop by, look at the clock, and say, okay, it's time for me to go. So I used to have issues with punctuality. I used to be late all the damn time. I had warnings from work as a cashier at a grocery store. I was about to lose my job if I was late for one more time, so I overcompensated. And then I used to get warnings for being late for my flight attendant job, which is a big no-no because the plane doesn't wait for anyone. And I was really close to losing my job, so I overcompensate. I learned how to be early than late. And yes, even if it means 1 hour early, because at least it's better than being late, right? So my therapist says that just because you find ways to cope with your symptoms, the symptoms are still there. And that's how you know. That's how you know I have ADHD. I found ways around it. And at the end of the day, being diagnosed with ADHD or just ADD because I don't have the hyperactive symptoms. It's just a label. It's just a label. It does not define me as an entire person, but it does help me do some extra research as to how I can understand myself better and try to find ways to make my daily life and routine a little bit easier. You know, it helps to find a community that also struggles with these things too. Um, I think that my doctor asked me if I wanted to go and get medicated, and I told her no. Because if I may, I'm actually quite proud of myself to be able to function for this long despite having ADHD. I've finally, like, these past 9 months have been incredible. The longest I've ever been single, and I've really dedicated my time to content creation, and I've seen how much I've grown as an individual, and it makes me so happy, and it gives me hope for the incredible things that I'm able to create in the future. Did you know a pro of having ADD is that you always come up with really, really creative ideas because you're always looking for the next best thing that gives you that dopamine release. That's why I get bored easily. That's why I change up my appearance all the time, because I get bored real easily with myself. This is not like a reflection of other people. I don't care what you guys do with yourself as long as you're happy, but it's just for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's just crazy. If I had I not gone to therapy, I would have never learned this much about myself. I would never have known what my diagnosis was. And so I want to leave this with you guys. Please don't be afraid of going to therapy. I know there's such a big stigma about mental health in general, but I feel like a lot of people are a lot more understanding and compassionate about their mental health and other people too. We've all experienced some sort of loss, some sort of heartache, some sort of uncertainty, especially during the pandemic. If you are able to, please, please, please do your research and look for a good therapist. If it's too expensive for you, that's okay. There actually are a lot of affordable options if you're willing to look for it in your local city. Believe it or not, like my therapy sessions are from a basically a therapist student, and she just got certified recently, and she was only charging $52.50 Canadian for a 1 hour session, but she says that she enjoys my company so much that she's willing to continue that rate despite being perfect, like officially certified. And she's such a I really love my therapist. She's like the European mommy I've never had before. So yeah, I believe we do all have ADD to an extent because our attention span is so much shorter, especially with how our social media works these days. You know, TikTok's only 15 to 30 seconds. I even find myself scrolling through YouTube videos at 2 times speed because I don't have the patience to watch the entire video. So I get it. We do have ADD to an extent. Some people more than others. Yeah, I just was so frustrated as to why I couldn't hold a routine for the longest time, or why it would take me like 3 days to do laundry. Like one day I'll wash the laundry, another day I'll fold the laundry, but it's never like one full swoop, you know? But obviously now I found ways to cope with it, and I know how to better function. I'm just very food motivated, and I like having like checklists so I could cross it all out because I love that feeling of accomplishments. I bribe myself with things. So, yeah, you're not stupid. You're not crazy. There's a reason for everything. And if you're willing to take the time to explore yourself and, you know, seek professional help if need be self-aware and reflect, you're able to learn so much. And that is my wellness check. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Welcome to my... Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And then this is where I bring Ted in. This is Ted. Oh. Kevin that Panda and Fox's Trinity, thank you so much for following and welcome to the Tentacruise stream. How's it going? What is up? You call it Tenta Talk instead of TED Talk? That's a very, very clever idea. Ted says hi. Alright, so it's time for me to actually hop on to a podcast with my special guest. Lauren slash Ryan. But before so, I'm just gonna quickly scroll through the chat because I know I missed a lot of good comments. Yeah, I admit to be having a savior complex. But not anymore because I know I'm not in a position where I can. My therapist didn't bring up I have ADHD. Well, my therapist likes to work on goals individually, and so unless I brought it up, she wouldn't have, you know. And the thing is, I was able to identify first before she could even bring it up. You're not a dummy. Hi, JJRose. How are you doing? You're not a loser, guys. I treat you like great noble higher being because you're much more than less. Oh, thank you so much, Kurma. Visual learner, you love change too? That's awesome, Mamsie. Hello, Techno. Aw, I like your little heart emojis. Hi, Lauren. I'm just gonna pop by really quickly, okay? I promise. I promise. Go. I promise. Can I get a shout out for Lauren, please? This is the person I will be chatting with on podcast very shortly on this new segment. I'm gonna introduce this channel called In the Fields, where I invite guests over after they sign the appropriate forms, obviously.
Hello.
To talk about things and get really vulnerable with each other. There he is. That's Ryan.
Hello.
I wish you could put your lips on my lips like you do soju model.
Ooh.
I mean, 13-year-old back again. Didn't get a yes or no. I want to.
What is going
on? No, can you at least check out Yanari?
That's gonna be a no for now.
Oh my.
I mean, that's a no permanent. That's a permanent no.
Ryan knows how to say no. I like that.
At least check out Yanari. YEONARI.
I can't even spell. What is that in my head? What? Wait, so you're 13, right?
Answer your question.
When's your exact birth?
To answer your question, people with ADD or ADHD just go through serotonin a lot faster than the average person, and so it helps. It kind of stops us from concentrating, if that makes sense. Okay, cool. I think I'm all done. I didn't realize how much I missed when you say heart emojis. Oh. I'm slowly walks away from this conversation. Yeah. So for my guests, I do allow them to swear. I personally won't, but it's okay. I might have to put the mature filter on. Is that can mods control that? If so, can you please help me with that? I'm gonna go ahead and hop onto Discord with Lauren now. I'm a little bit late. Okay, so we're gonna switch to my new podcast screen, okay? Check it out. This is how it looks, but once, you know, the Discord's all set up, you'll see the other view. This is really new and experimental, so I'm sorry if it looks a little bit scuffed. I'm learning as I go, and I originally wanted to have a whole new overlay makeover, but my artist friend is kind of preoccupied right now, so I'll have to look for another artist to commission these new overlays. Sounds good, Manzo. Thank you so much for popping by. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed our small little wellness check. Thank you, Umi. You don't like the color? It reminds you of cotton candy? That's why I like it, because I love cotton candy.
It's okay. It's fine.
Oh,
it's fine.
Here he is. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Hello.
Hi, how's it going, everyone? How are you, Ryan?
I'm not too bad. I'm really happy to have you. Um, and let's talk. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If you don't mind, give me 1 second. I'm going to set up the layout for our podcast.
Damn. Okay, wait. I want to see your stream for a second.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, let's see how she's setting it up.
Okay.
Into feels pot. Wait, that's actually so cute.
Hopefully my camera will work. I'm trying to see.
Does it? Does it? Does it?
I hope so.
So, earlier in my stream, you, you know your attendees.
Oh yeah.
He protected you.
Really? How
There-
so?
There was a viewer not talking or not saying nice things about you,
Oh my.
and Steven just shut them down pretty hard.
No
Banned him,
way.
Yeah. So
I'm actually quite surprised because I know he can. I don't think he knows me personally, but I've seen his streams and he could be a little savage sometimes. So I'm surprised he defended me.
well, I mean, he did defend you in a very savage manner. So
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Of course, of course. Okay.
Wait,
this
he's
is my
saying,
bad.
why am I being exposed? You're not being exposed. It's like it's like heroes should be recognized for the work they do, you know what I'm saying?
I dig it. I dig it. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I can't share my screen at the moment. I don't know why.
Did you deactivate your cam on OBS or Discord or whatever? I mean OBS or Streamlabs.
Oh,
yeah.
good point. How do I deactivate it if you don't mind me asking?
So you'll go into your sources, you'll go to your cam, and then you will just double click the cam wherever it is and then just deactivate.
I see. Okay, I just completely deleted it, hoping that it would work, but I guess not.
Oh.
Okay, deactivating. Got it.
And then on Discord, hit the turn off camera and then turn on again.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll work. Come on!
Oh, there it is. Hi,
Hey! Hey! Okay,
Yay!
so, guys, I introduce you Baby Blue. Big shout out to her. Her name is also Jess, so please follow her, check her out. She often does mental health streams. And then with that also being said, what was going on in the only game show? That was something different.
Yeah, it was a way for me to introduce another side of my personality that I was a little bit hesitant to share with my viewers, because for some reason people label me as wholesome, and so I'm like, oh man, I just want to be able to express myself to my full extent. So I thought that was a really great way to do that.
Well, I'm glad you did. And is there any? Well, okay. So Chris, specifically in the chat, said there was a moment in time where you did an ara ara.
Possibly. And
Is that like? Is that something like you could do again, or is it just like a one-time thing? Because I wasn't there, I didn't hear it. So
I have a clip if you like to see. I mean, I don't usually do it for free on my stream unless, like, you know, my
I usually
viewers redeem
don't do it
points.
for free. Wow. Okay.
It takes a lot out of me because I'm like naturally really shy and I don't show this side of myself to just anyone. So.
Okay, that's fair. Can I see the clip then?
Definitely, I'll send you the clip. Actually, if one of the mods can help me share the clip to Ryan's stream, I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'll open it up. Okay, but
Sounds
anyways, so I wanted to go into the topic of like relationships.
Okay, all right. Oh, but wait, I want to introduce you properly to my viewers.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, Tentacrew fam. This is Lauren or Ryan. I met him through the Only Game show, my second time on that show, and he identifies as a sad boy.
Shit. Wait a
And
second.
I can respect the fact that he is not afraid to also get vulnerable with how he's feeling on his own personal streams. I think that takes a lot of balls to do, and so that's why we decided to do a collaboration. I checked out some of his streams, and we had some pretty interesting conversations. I heard that you're also a new daddy now. Can you tell us about your fur baby?
Yeah. So I recently became a dad. I have a child. I love him a lot. I named him. Well, I originally wanted to name him Milo, but you see, I have a baby with my sister. Well, I mean, like, I have a baby pup with my sister.
Oh, okay. There you go. That makes more sense. I was
Yeah. Wait, no, okay, wait. No, okay. So we got a dog together,
Okay.
and she decided to name him Milton. I wanted to name him Milo. So
Oh,
yeah.
no happy
Is it
medium?
weird? Is it weird in a way to say something like that? Well, I'm not like directly like that, but the fact that I'm the father and then she's the mother. Is that weird? Is that weird? I thought it was not weird at first, but then
People be misinterpreting if you don't properly add extra information.
right.
So, yeah, it's a little weird, but you have to like put in brackets.
Put in brackets. Okay.
It's a dog, not an actual baby.
Right. Yes. It's a dog. That's right.
Yeah,
A
or you
puppy.
could just call, I don't know, because she is your sister. You could be like, oh yeah, this dog has an auntie, right? That's
Right,
another
okay.
option.
Yeah, she's been calling me the uncle.
Mm-hmm. There you
And,
go.
yeah, but the funny thing is, I didn't correct it at all, and I've been calling her the mom
Ah.
and me the father. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's just move on.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you wanted to talk about relationships, but before we do, have you thought about the safe word that we're gonna be using? I asked Ryan to create a safe word for us so that if things get too tense or, we don't want to go there, we can just pop out the safe word, no questions asked.
Blue.
Blue. Are you sure?
Yeah, just blue. I don't know. I was just thinking of blue. Just
Okay.
it's hentai. I don't know.
Oh,
Sure.
which one
Yeah.
is it?
Okay, we'll just say hentai. Okay,
Alright,
cool.
so you guys heard it here. The safe word is hentai.
Safe word is hentai. Okay, cool.
Would you like to start off on this topic of your relationships?
Topic on relationships. Okay. Show of hands. So this can go to both of us, anyone in the chats. If you've personally been in an abusive relationship. Okay.
Yep.
And would you mind sharing like how were you like in your own words abused?
I was never physically abused in my previous relationship. It was a lot of emotional abuse, and some people might think that it's the better of the two, but honestly, it cuts pretty deep and it scars you just
Right.
as badly. Yeah, I was with a really manipulative person, but at the end of the day, when I tried
Wait,
to...
wasn't he a Scorpio? Sorry.
Oh, that was my last ex. I'm talking about... yeah, I've been in my fair share of manipulative, abusive relationships. He was a Scorpio, yeah, but I don't think that has anything to do with that.
Okay. Yeah,
Actually, maybe it does. I don't know.
go ahead. Sorry.
My first abusive relationship was with a Gemini guy. If that makes any difference, honestly, I don't want to like box people. He was an unevolved Gemini guy.
Gemini guy. Okay.
Yeah, very charming, very knowledgeable, silver tongue prince. Always knew exactly what to say.
Damn, you said it like really like smooth. Silver tongue prince. Like.
Yeah. And I really liked him because he opened up my world into being knowledgeable and learning different things. However, down the line, I realized he had a lot of unresolved issues, and he just took it out on me. You know, he he got upset at me for things that were not worth getting upset about, and I should have known the red flags, but I ignored it because you
Uh,
want things to work out.
how long did that relationship last?
2 years. I'm loyal to a fault, and I always try to find a way to make things work. But these days, I think I have a better idea of gauging people and recognizing what the red flags are
Well,
and walking away.
yeah, well, I still think that's like a core foundation though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, I think you're obviously more picky now, which is true. But I
Mm.
do find that if you do pick someone, you'll probably have that same foundation of really wanting to make it work, of course, because
Mm-hmm.
you chose them, right? And
Yeah.
that's something that I agreed with heavily with you when you said the loyalty to a fault. Um, yeah, like I will like go through hell and back and like get mistreated beyond belief just because I just want it to work.
It just means you love hard. There's nothing wrong with that. You just gotta be selective.
Like true. Okay. Um, and so this guy that you're talking about, he was like the worst case
He
of
was the
you.
worst case. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, I
Wow.
remember trying to suggest he go to therapy because as a girlfriend, you can only do so much.
Right.
Once again, it could be biased, and it's not healthy for me to always put myself in that position. So he was like, okay, finally. So I did some research, and he said he specifically wanted a therapist that was a female, and he wanted them to specialize in certain things. So I gave him a list. I'm like, okay, take a look at this list, pick one, and I'll make an appointment for you. So then he picked one. I drove him to the appointment, waited in the waiting room for him, and he had his therapy session, right? And I'm just so excited and happy that he's going there to do the work. And he said something around the lines like, oh yeah, I had a really good conversation with her. She really stimulates my mind. Something I could never get with you.
Whoa.
I'm like, where
Okay.
did that come from?
Well, yeah, because it's like, hey, it's like it's already like kind of a weird champ enough to be like she really stimulates my mind, but then to add the nail in the coffin and say like that I don't get from you, whoa.
Yeah, he would say a lot of strange things, and fine, okay, I get it. If that's the case, if it makes you happy, continue to talk to her. And so I asked him if he talked to the therapist about his anger issues, because he had a lot of anger issues. We're talking about like throwing plates on the ground, smashing things, punching holes. One time he got so angry, and he did kendo, like those wooden bamboo stick
Yeah,
thingies.
yeah.
One time he got so pissed because someone took his name for a Twitter handle that I was on the bed just chilling on my phone playing on my Nintendo DS. He got so angry, he grabbed that wooden thing and he smashed it like constantly on the mattress this close to my freaking legs and
Someone
scared the
took his
crap out
name?
of me. Took his Twitter handle name because he was trying to create a company. He got so pissed, and he took that. He kept smashing it constantly on the mattress, and I was scared to freaking death, like scrunched up in my corner of the bed. I'm like, holy crap! Like, why did you feel like it was okay to do that, and why so close to my body? I felt really, really concerned for my safety.
What the hell?
Yeah,
But
he had anger issues.
he's never laid a hand on you though, right?
Thankfully not, and that's the one place, like that's the one line I never let anyone cross. If you
Right.
lay your hand on me, I'm out of there, no questions asked. Once, I don't freaking care. I don't tolerate that, and I wish I had that standard for emotional abuse too.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it. 100%.
Yeah.
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 Because whether it's like physically damaging or emotionally damaging, it's still damage, right? So
Mhm.
you should be able to not stand up for any of it. So
Pretty
yeah,
much.
that's a good way. Yeah. Ooh. So I want to kind of have a follow up with
Okay.
the abuse. So it's just like your persistence. Where does it come from? Like your desire to like constantly want to make things work. Like where does that come from?
it comes a lot from my upbringing. My mom, she is such a strong, independent woman. Like, she's the one that wears the pants in this family, in the household, and she always tells me, like, and that's what you see. You grow up, you see how your parents are, and you want to emulate that because that's the only thing that you've seen, and you think that's how it's supposed to be. My dad, for lack of better words, is not exactly the most smartest, strongest, handiest man, but he is a man of religion, and he loves my mom. Okay, so he's willing
That's
to
really
learn.
cute.
He's kind of
That's
slow,
really
but he's willing to learn. Yeah. So my mom had to overcompensate and be like the breadwinner and just do a lot of things herself, you know? And
Wow.
I ended up being attracted to people who were like my dad. Kind of useless.
Whoa!
Because something
Shout
in my
out to your
heart
dad!
something in my heart was like, okay, I have to be like my mom. I gotta be the strong individual and take care of this other man. But the reality is, if you don't respect your partner, then the relationship doesn't work out.
What? Well, that's actually really funny that you say that. It's like really interesting because my mom was the most hardworking as well. But my parents have been happily married for like 30 years, and I've always just been like, damn, I wanna love like that. But the interesting thing is how you say this, like, oh, I like to date people that are kind of useless or like helpless, and you want to like be the one that takes care of them. I do too. I want to take care of them, but it's actually like I don't know where that came from though, because my dad does work hard too. So it's like I don't know why I am prone
Let's dive into
to
that.
people that, yeah, I just really want to help. That's something that I don't know where, like I don't really know where that came from.
You and I
Yeah.
are not too different in that we want to help people, we want to see the greater good in people, and this is where I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be truthful. It's you give yourself the love you think you deserve. There's nothing wrong with loving people and giving them the benefit of doubt and trying to make things work. But there will come a time where you have to make a decision. Is it worth it anymore? Do the pros outweigh the cons? Do you know what I mean?
Wait, that actually hit really deep. What did you say again?
You give yourself the love you think you deserve. I'll be truthful. Before, I had very low value behavior. I thought I had to endure that because I had no other choice. Because I didn't think anyone else was going to love me and accept me for who I was. But the reality is, this world has 7 billion people out there. My parents, they're happily married and they made it work through thick and thin because they're married, they have children. We're still young. We still have options. And this is not for me to say, like, oh, go crazy and feel entitled, and if one person doesn't have a trait that you like, then just move on to the next one. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying do your part, get to know a person, and think about it, because this is long term. I'm not here to play around anymore. Anyone I date, it's gonna be long term. I want an end goal.
Yo, I fucking love the shit that you say. I really do. I don't know. It's like, when did you have that switch in thinking? Because for me, it's like when I got a little bit older, I started being like, I mean, I've always wanted things to work out, but I have this like very serious approach to relationships as well, where it's just like I don't play around, don't waste my time, that kind of shit. And it's like I have a lot of love to give, you know.
I know you do, and that's why you
Yeah.
got up for a baby.
Yeah. So there's that. Huh.
When did it hit you? Like, what was that point in your life that you finally said, okay, I don't want to waste time anymore?
Last year.
Last year.
So I hit 25, and it just, things started, like, things that are important to me is just like having a home, for one. And it's very traditional. It's just like working, having a home, and then having someone to share my life with, right? So eventually settling down, that kind of thing. So 25 was really when it was just like, hey, I really need to start getting these assets. Like, I need to start working towards buying a condo to the minimum, like, or a house. And then it's even smart obviously if you have someone to go in it with you. So if you get a house, like how am I gonna have like $500,000-600,000 like out of my ass, right? So
Absolutely.
dual income is something I think about. That's really like just the logical way to go about it. So I don't know. I want to have a partner that I can tackle life in a very fun way, but also like a very practical and
Goal-oriented way.
goal-oriented way. Absolutely. So
I can
um,
respect that.
yeah. So yeah, when I hit 25, it was just like, okay, like, you know, time doesn't wait for you, right? So you have to. I had to start kind of grinding my gears, and now anyone I think of, like I don't want to put like a timeline on it, but obviously if I were to get married to someone, my longest relationship has been 2.5 years. So I was just thinking minimum, I feel like to marry someone I need like maybe 3 or 4 years, that kind of thing. I know obviously people get married at different timelines and whatever, but personally I just think 3 to 4 sounds a good time. And at that point though, if 4 years goes by, I'm 30. So now it's just like I personally don't think I can't just like, I have to be very careful with going down that road with someone, because then it's like I spend that 3 or 4 years and they like I for me personally they better be the one, because then it's just it's like if it doesn't work out I'll be 30 years old, and then it's just like you know.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so before I started therapy, I used to have like a very set thought process where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I am like 100 in my career, and I love myself, and I'm gonna be like perfect, and then I'm gonna start dating. But the reality is, you don't have to love yourself 100% yet in order to find someone that can love you, and you guys can grow together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that 100% too, because then it's just like um two people could obviously be like, say like at 100, but when they come together in a relationship, that's a whole new thing, and that relationship will not be at 100, and they have to work and to grow and build that relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
and that applies the same with two people that are maybe at like 50% of their lives. If they come together, regardless, like it's still a new thing, they still have to work and build that relationship. So
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you have a 5 non-negotiable lists?
sorry, what is that?
It's a list of 5 things that are non-negotiable that you look for in a partner.
Oh, so like, oh wow, I never actually really thought about that.
You should definitely take some time to think about it, because when you can refer back to that, it just makes the filtering process so much easier.
So shit that just like you just don't tolerate.
Yeah, well, things that you want, and if they don't have it, it's like a no-go, no more. Like, for example, mine is I want someone who is compassionate and kind. If they don't have that, then I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay, yeah.
I don't like people who treat other, like, for example, wait staff terribly. That's not cool in my books.
Okay.
Mhm.
What's the other three? I'm curious to know.
Oh, okay. The other 4, you
Yes.
mean? Family oriented. Family means a lot to me. Like, I prioritize my family, and if you do good by me, you will eventually become family too, and you will become my priority. But if you can't accept that, you know, I care about my family, then sorry, no.
Okay.
Kids, maybe? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I want kids.
You want kids? Yeah. For me, it's like if my partner is an appropriate, like proves to me that he or she can be a good parent, then yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I have 3 more. The third one was they don't have to be rich. They don't have to be rich, but I would like it for them to be ambitious in a sense that they're not lazy. You know what I mean? They have goals.
Yep.
Yeah. There's just something about people who are driven that's such a good turn on, because it shows that they've put in the work to get to where they are, and they're not gonna be like a scrub.
I get you, yeah.
The next one is I can't remember what the 2 others are. I think, oh yeah, The next one is a good sense of humor. Life's too short to not laugh about stupid ish, you know? Having a good sense of humor
Yeah, no,
helps.
yeah. I like a girl that can make me laugh. Okay, that's good. What's the fifth one?
The final one is someone that's health conscious. You know?
Like in terms of all aspects, so like
They don't
physically, mentally,
they don't have to be like
emotionally.
super ripped or anything like that. I just want them to make an effort to take care of themselves, you know? Or hygiene is important, going to the gym regularly, not eating crap. Cause if they're gonna be in my life for a long time, I want you guys like I want them to be on this earth for as long as possible and not die because of a health complication that they could have prevented.
That is oddly like dark and sweet. Okay.
I would
So
love to
here's
hear
my five.
yours. Yeah.
Uh, family is king for me. In fact, if my parents do not approve you, I will not date you. And I know some people think that's old fashioned, or they think like, hey, like we're in Canada or like we're in North America. Like, if you love someone, like you should be able to run with it. Well, the thing is, if I openly love someone and date them, I choose them because not only do I like them, I have confidence that they should get along with my family too. Because if they get along with me, then they should get along with my family. Because my family loves me, so you know it should go both ways.
I dig that.
So, family is really important for me. With the idea to have children in the future would be cool, but like I said, I think sharing my life with someone is really really important, and that includes like my family. Two, humor. So if you can make me laugh, that's really really important, and it could be through anything really. Like you could just be a clown, you can say witty things. Like there's no like type of humor that I am really into. It's just as long as you make me laugh, so that's fine. Three. Um, what's a no go? Like for sure. Hmm. Same kind of like values. So, oh shit, 1 second. 8 months.
No
Thank
worries.
you for the 8 months, Mythic. I appreciate it. Same kind of values. So, I really look at life in a very practical sense. Just you know, get that bag, make that money, live life, treat yourself, have nice things, and while we all share that together. So if you have the same values or similar values, great. And if you want to work towards like, yeah, just being like a better person anyway. Like you could be like a great work towards being a great mother, work towards being like a great sister, great coworker. Like if you're like that and driven, I do like that. So pretty much driven. Um, uh, a quality that is really important for me is because this is just how I love. Um, is like you have to be able to access service.
Yes, acts of service.
Access service is my number one love language. So the way I present like how I love is like I'll go through hell and back for you to an extreme, and I actually don't need my partner to do like to go hell and back because I just know I'm just so good at this department. So they don't need to be better than me, that kind of thing. They just have to try and put effort.
Understand that your love language is that, and that's how you want to be shown love as well.
Yeah, exactly. So that's really really important. So if you do access service, that's really good. And then the fifth one for me would just to be oh yeah, this one's actually pretty important. I do have my own slew of like emotional, like internal like insecurities and stuff. I do share it a lot. I do talk about it on stream. I'm very open and honest with that stuff. So I'd have to have someone that can handle that. Someone,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's like someone
100%.
that like is very open and like sensitive like me. So
Compassionate, and that's what I look for in a person too. Someone that can understand that side of me. I'm a very emotional person, but I don't share that side to just anyone. And so I'd hope that, my person can handle that and be open to um, walk me through those feelings. And in return, obviously, I can help them too.
nice. Okay.
Okay,
And
alright.
what if you find someone and they have like 4 of your non-negotiables, but they don't have one? Would you be willing to work with them?
Absolutely. So, this list is only there as a guide. So I want you to write those down on your phone. Make a little note. So the next time you see a girl who like does things to your body and you can't think anymore with this head right here, you could just refer back to that phone. But sometimes you'll meet someone. They're basically your values. Basically, they're your values. That's what they are. And you want someone to have similar values as you. So for me, you'll meet a person who has other qualities that make up for 1 or 2 that they lack, and only time will tell whether or not it holds true or not. So yeah.
And what if they had like, I know it's like a guide again, but what if it was like they had 2 values and then they're lacking in 3? Still willing to work, or just be like, nah?
It's situational. Nothing's black and white. Like with my last ex, they weren't driven and they weren't family oriented, but I found that they were extra creative and artistic because they enjoyed cosplay like me too. And the other thing was that they were super romantic, but that wasn't enough because at the end of the day, my 2 values are still there. I will not respect you if you are not driven and goal oriented and you just sit there and you're just... This is my personal preference, by the way. Other people are very content with a stable, chill life, but for me and the things that I want to do in the future, I want it to align with my partner. So yeah, it all depends.
Okay. I feel like I've been asking a lot of questions. You got any questions?
I have plenty of questions. Right now, with everything that's happening over the year, and I know you have some plans, and congratulations on the merch, by the way. I know you just launched that recently. What are some of your short-term goals?
Short-term. Well, I just applied for partner, which I'm not eligible at all, but I applied. So.
Oh, okay. Do you hear that, guys? He's applying for partner. Let's help him with the views.
I applied. I'm clearly not ready, but you don't know if you don't try, that kind of thing, and I will keep trying. I don't know, just gloss over as to why I want partnership, and why it's one of my short-term goals is because I genuinely want to make an impact, and I believe by being partner I can do so. How though is because I've always considered myself as someone that wasn't very talented. Like I can't sing, I can't dance, I just mean superficial talented. So I'm sure I have strengths, right? But I'm talking about in a very I'm not a crazy athlete or anything like that, just a very ordinary kind of guy. So the fact that if I could be passionate about something like streaming and then reach a level of partnership, I can tell other people in the world hey, if you work hard, you can do it too. And I want to be able to inspire people that way. So
I'm really happy that you found your platform, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's I love the interaction. I love the little things where people have been just even little things where people are that was funny, or you made me laugh, or thanks for the stream. Something simple where I can impact people to a small or a big degree, and that's what I'm out to do. And I find that if I were to be partnered, I feel like I can really just give people hope. Yeah, and it would be a huge accomplishment for me. I know that's not I don't know if that's one of the most things to be proud of or whatever, but it's something that is.
Absolutely, I think it is. And it's great that you put other people before yourself in order to feel that the fulfillments within yourself as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, unfortunately I do that a lot. I get a lot of joy out of really being there for people. Another example is I'm not going to disclose disclose any information, but one of my friends, he recently called me, and it was like the first time he's ever like called me about an issue, and I felt so happy because I was like, damn, someone's like depending on me or relying on me. So I really like get joy out of that. So there's that. So partnership is one of my short-term goals. Something else is to work on TikTok, because I want to really like give content creation a go. Like I've never actually gave it a go, and what I mean by that is like give it everything I had. So it's like I've hit my streams, I've been really casual about it, but I never really had any planning or like never really like tried to procure an audience, that kind of thing. So now I'm going to like actually really want to try content creation and just spam post and just make tons of TikToks, post on YouTube, stream obviously, all while juggling like with work.
Mhm.
So that's another short-term goal that I have. And another one is to pay off my debts, and
Ah,
as
yes.
soon as I can. Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that? I know you've disclosed it a little bit on your stream.
It's pretty typical. Uh, like student debt is one. So I have student debt, and then I have um, other personal debts, unfortunately, for making bad decisions. But it's like pretty typical. Like you just make bad decisions and
It
then you owe money.
happens.
Yeah. So unfortunately, right now I owe my mother a lot of money, and I'm just trying to get rid of that as fast as I can. So,
Mm-hmm.
what about you? What are your short-term goals?
Um, really, well, I was a flight attendant previously, but I got laid off because of the pandemic, and it sucks because I've been doing that for so long, like 8 years, but I think it's a blessing in disguise. Yeah. It's a blessing in disguise for me, and I really think that I can finally pursue content creation. It's something that I've always wanted to do and put on the back burner because for whatever reason, busy, sleep deprived, just didn't have the confidence to put myself out there. And now that I have gotten to do this for 9 months, I'm addicted. It makes me so happy to create content, and the people I'm able to connect with makes me so happy.
Okay, can I like bring it into like the dark side a little bit, because I've
Yeah,
been
of
streaming
course.
for some time.
Mm.
I love Twitch and I hate Twitch at the same time. Have you bumped into like any weird scenarios at all? Like,
Oh yeah, I got my fair share. When I
yeah,
first started Twitch, I was really new to it, so I didn't know anything about setting healthy boundaries, and so I ended up being friends with like a lot of my viewers and my mods, which is nothing wrong with that, but I realized it comes to the point where some of them might not understand their boundaries unless I communicate it to them
right.
very clearly, you know? Um, yeah, boundary issues. It got to the point where I think because we become friends, they felt like they had a say of how I should run my channel. And I'm very open to everyone's
Actually,
feedback. Yeah,
yeah.
but I had to like set a lot of boundaries. I'd be like, hey, um, viewers, I used to have my DMs open, but I'm not comfortable with doing that anymore. Like, it's not cool. Some of the things that you guys
Mhm.
send to me. And not to take it personally. If you have anything to tell me, just tell the mods and the mods will bring it to me. Like, just healthy precautions. I know you're a guy, but I'm sure you have your fair share with
Oh,
issues too, right?
yeah, I've had my own issues, and
Hmm.
I've had all sorts of things. Like I've had other streamers talk behind my back. I've had streamers
Oh
harass me.
man.
I've had a whole bunch of shit.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That
But
sucks.
it's okay. Like I can't act like a saint too. Like I've obviously have made my own poor decisions and stuff, and I've burned a lot of bridges in the process. People have burned bridges with me, and it really sucks.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's part of the growing process. I think like that's why I really dislike cancel culture. I'm just gonna say this out here right now. Like I get it. There are some people who deserve to be canceled, but I feel like if you come from a place of love and you talk to the person and communicate, and so there's less misunderstandings, people are more willing to grow. And just because someone did something shitty like a couple years ago, it does not make them the same person presently. You know? So don't be so hard on yourself if that's the case.
Well, and here's another thing that I get like tossed around a lot that actually like pisses me off to like a huge degree. So I get claimed as this quote unquote as a sad boy streamer that uses depression to get money.
No.
And that's really fucked up. And then the only thing I can say, and to be completely honest, I don't purposely do that, guys. Like, I literally do not purposely do that. And then if I want to even compromise and meet in the middle with what they're saying, I can be like, yeah, yes, being sad has an effect for sure, but I'm not purposefully doing that. And that's what I do get annoyed of. It has that effect where, yes, people are empathetic, people do pity you, people are sympathetic, etc., but I'm never like seeking for that personally.
100%. Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
Before, because you know, I'm no stranger to getting vulnerable on my streams. Before, when I try to share my personal stories and it just hit me so deep, I start crying on stream. I did it a total of maybe 2-3 times, and by the third time, I'm like, you know what? That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. Every time, if I feel like I'm about to cry or anything, I'm just gonna like shut off the camera or end the stream and let people know I'm gonna, you know, do my own thing and self-soothe myself. Because I don't want people to think that I'm doing this for pity. I don't want people to throw biddies at me because I'm having a sad girl moment. That's not it.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing too. I actually, unfortunately, because I believed, like one of my values, or at least my perspective of this was, you should be able to express yourself, and that's something I really, really believed in. But then I started crying on streams. But then it started to be this terrible way of how people like perceived it, and I was like, damn, dude. And in a very similar way like you, I stopped being as emotional simply because of people doing like cancel culture stuff. And it really makes me sad though, because then it's just like, you should be entitled to express yourself, yet people go out of their way to just shit on the way you express yourself, which is just, I think, kind of dumb.
Can I say something? Like, I think that feeling of guilt is a byproduct of toxic masculinity in the society. I feel like if it's a girl that's crying on stream, there's a little bit more understanding and compassion to it. But when a guy does it, people are gonna judge and label you certain things, and I hate that.
Yeah.
I think the fact that you're able to be vulnerable and cry on camera makes you a king. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, that's the
honestly.
thing. Like, okay, it's okay. Like, can I? Honestly, it's like, at that point, am I faking my tears, or like, am I an Oscar-winning actor? No, like, I'm literally just sad. Just let me be sad. And,
exactly, because it's only human. It's only human to feel that way. And so, give me 1 second. Oh, thank you, Mom. You're so sweet. My mom brought me an avocado shake.
Wait, that's so cute. Wait, that's so fucking cute. Oh.
I'm gonna drink this if you don't mind.
No, yeah, go ahead. What the fuck? Mom? Hello? Can I have
That's my
some-
mom's love language. She loves feeding me and acts of service as well, so that's also my love language.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, what a nice mom. So, would you say your relationship with your mom is like tight?
During my teenage years, it was hectic. Like, we could never be in the same room together without clashing and butting heads. But now it's so much better, and it's because I had a change of perspective. Yelling.
Oh, so you're saying it's you.
It's me.
Wow.
It's definitely me because, you know, our parents are kind of older now. It's kind of hard for them to change their ways.
You're right.
So you gotta do your fair share and be the bigger person and just do things differently. I realized that yelling at her and having screaming matches is not gonna resolve anything. So the moment I decided to be mature, sit down and talk to them like an adult, that's when they treated me like an adult. We'll have our disagreements, but we're chill. Like, we're cool by the next day. That's just how my family functions.
Growing up, very similar. Obviously, I don't want to talk too much about it because it could be like TOS-ish, but there was obviously abuse. But I feel like it's very typical in Asian families. But
Asian households.
yeah. but yeah, a lot of abuse, both emotional and physical. Uh, and then yeah, I think there's a good switch. They just got older. I became more understanding, and then now it's just like yeah, no
So
fighting.
mellow now.
Yeah, no fighting. Yeah, so my
I'm glad
relationship
to
with my
hear
parents
that.
are good. I could literally sleep in the same room with my parents if I wanted to. That's how
Really?
tight I am with them. I
Wow.
could.
That's
I
nice.
could literally. Yeah.
I'm avoidant, so I'm like, okay, I'll dedicate a day for family
You-
time, but after that, I need my alone time. I'm very
you need your-
antisocial that way. I'm introverted that way.
Oh, I'm hella introverted. I could dip for like a long period of time. A lot of my best friends actually are people that I don't talk to for months, and then
Really?
we talk. Yeah, and then we talk, and then it's as if like nothing ever changed. So I
Yeah.
respect a lot of friendship with that. I
Mhm.
do understand that's probably like the backwards way of how friendship works. Like any kind of relationship should be like effort put in or input put in, like and both parties are trying, that kind of thing. But like I said, all my friendships, like the really close ones, are where like we just can kind of like be on pause and then resume
Mm.
whenever.
100%.
Yeah.
It all boils down to your values, right? You share that same value with your other friends, and so therefore they're very understanding when you need to disappear for a little bit and then come back and say, "Hey, what's up? What's good?"
Uh, would you say in a relationship though, are you like you need your alone time, or are you clingy? I'm clingy as fuck.
A bit of both. A bit of both.
Yeah, a bit of both.
A bit of both.
Like, don't get me wrong, like I will do my thing, like my job. I will work, I will stream, I will do whatever is on my agenda. I will work out. But if I like you, I want to spend as much time as I can with you.
Yeah.
And I won't let it ruin my life. It's just whatever time I can get. for
It's a
sure.
good balance. It's a good balance. For me, my other love languages is quality time. So we don't have to necessarily be talking for me to be happy. We could be watching a movie together and I'll be happy. Another love language I have is physical touch. I'm a very touchy grabby person. So if I have time with them, I'll like be filling them up a lot.
Didn't expect that.
There's a reason why I had to be celibate during my happiness journey, okay?
You're a very okay, touchy grabby person. Okay.
But I respect people's boundaries and I don't make them feel uncomfortable.
I okay. Anyone in the chat would be uncomfortable with 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 what Jess is saying right now? I don't think they would. Have you ever made anyone uncomfortable with like the way that you express your love? No way. You actually have?
No, not to lovers. Obviously, it's just friends. You know, like I love hugs, but I know not everyone enjoys hugs. And I'm the type of person where, like, unless I take the initiative to close that physical touch barrier, then I don't like random people touching me.
Right. Okay. What's a telltale sign that you are interested in someone?
Eye contact. Lots of eye contact.
Lots of eye contact.
Huh?
Okay. Wow. So you could just stare at someone like for like 10 seconds straight or longer?
No. Not like that. That's creepy.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, like it's almost like a staring contest.
It's like it's a way that you look at them. Like one of my go-to flirty things I find myself doing is I'll look at them for like 3 seconds and then I look away and I look back at them.
I think that's dangerous.
Playing with your hair is also a telltale too. Like, how about you? How have you caught yourself noticing that you're interested in someone?
Hey girl, I like you. I'm kidding. I don't do that.
So okay.
I wish life was that simple, but I do like a little bit of mental stimulation, for sure. A telltale sign that I like someone would be, ooh. Let me just kind of review.
No, take your time.
If here we go. I'm very prideful, so I don't like to what do you call it? Ah, this is a bad example, I think, but it will be relevant to, I guess, my point that I'm making. I will never buy a girl a drink. Because I think it's stupid. I know girls all the time just are at bars and they just get like easy drinks because men get played. However, if I am interested in you, I will offer a drink to you. But that actually, if you do know me, it means it's something really significant. And I actually hold the traditional value of offering the drink because I never buy people drinks in the first place. So if I am interested in you, I will buy you a drink at a bar. But that will probably more be something like, say, like if we've been dating a little bit and you know a little bit who I am and you know like I'm never that type of guy to like offer drinks because I know it's a scam most of the time. But if I really really like you, then yeah, I'll. Oh, actually, okay, fuck it. Here we go. Telltale sign that I really like someone. I have what is called my like. I have my like my standardized dates. So it's very standard dates, and then I have my I love you dates. Like I really really like you dates. And so if I start doing the really really like hyper romantic type dates, that means I like you. If I take you on like to just like lunch or something and it's just like really casual, that means I don't like you that much. But if I
Mm.
take you on a very extravagant lovely date, that kind of thing where like say I bring like sushi bentos and my dog, and we go have a picnic and we just like watch the sunset. If I take you on one of those dates, it's a telltale sign I like you.
Ah, I see, I see.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess in that case, a telltale sign that I like someone, obviously after I gotten to know them a little bit more, is if I start cooking for them. Because I think cooking is a labor of love.
You start cooking. Yeah, I think cooking is actually dope. The funny thing is, when I had Tinder a long time ago, on my bio it said, "If a girl can cook me chow mein, I'll get married to her." And no fucking girl has cooked me chow mein.
Chow mein is
And
like pretty simple.
that's what I'm saying. No one has cooked that shit for me.
Has a girl
Like,
be like, "Yo, I got your instant noodles, samyang 2 times spicy."
at this point, Jess, at this point, I was literally like, can someone just like, please just fake it? Like, just order it from a restaurant and put it on a plate and just be like, yo, here you go, baby. I cooked you some chow mein. Like, and no one has even done that.
I thought it was more like a test to see if they could actually cook or not.
No, honestly, like chow mein's it's like if someone told me they're like, what's one dish that you could eat for the rest of your life and it can only be that dish, it would be chow mein.
I see. Okay, I
love
dig
chow
it.
mein,
I like
no
the
one has
nudes too. I like
fucking
nudes
cooked
over
that.
rice.
I do too. I'm a noodle guy. Yeah. I do have. Oh, so one of my friends actually has a question. What if the more normal dates are to get to know the person in the early relationship? I guess that's a good point too. I think for me, I don't know if this is like the best way to look into relationships, I guess, but I always tend to fall into the relationships where I know there is that chemistry or that spark right away. Whereas if I don't feel that spark or that chemistry, then I don't really like then those are the normal dates and I give them a chance to go on those normal dates. And then the people that do have the spark and the chemistry, I take them on the more extravagant dates. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, your standard date would be like grabbing a coffee or a drink, right?
Yeah, like something like that. And I'm very straight to the point. Like I don't call it a hangout. I do call it a date.
I respect that so much. Some dude
Yeah,
tried to convince me that all hangouts with the opposite gender was a date. I'm like, no, you gotta call it from the get-go. Don't be a coward.
Yeah, don't be a coward. You have to call it a date. So straight up, it's just like, and it's not even like I don't like to trick them by being like, oh, when are you free? And then like, I'm free here. And I'm like, great, it's a date. I don't like to do that. I straight up am just like, hey, I'd like to take you out on a date, like straight up. And then if they say yes, then it saves me the trouble too, because then
100%.
yeah, exactly. Like, because then if you don't specify, it get complicated, and then your feelings can get hurt. She gets confused. Like, who the fuck? Like, exactly. So I just am straight up like, simple, call it a date, and yeah. And then I like to do, yeah, acts of service is huge for me. So like if the girl I like is like sick or something, I'll drive over even if it's like an hour away, and I'll get you like a care package. Like I'll get you soup and have like medicine and like a cute little note in like a fucking shoebox or something. Like that's me.
That's so cute. I remember on your previous streams, you asked if long distance relationships were worth it or if they work out. What did you guys conclude?
So I mean, it was a general, like, they're very difficult. That's probably the best way we could say it. I personally know, and I do have the experience of one to say that it doesn't work for me, but it's just like the general conclusion. It's like there's pros and cons to having someone close and far away, but I think we came to the conclusion that obviously I think it's easier to just have someone closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
It just is, right? Unless for some reason you, in a long distance relationship, you do make bank or something and you do have like this insane compatibility where you can make it work, and eventually down the road you're gonna have to move, right? That's one of the things.
Yeah, there should always be an end goal when it comes to long distance relationships. Not this meet up and like bang and then whatever. It's not like that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing too. You know, you can get into a long distance relationship with someone, and then we were very fearful, like the chat was very fearful of what if you meet them and you have terrible physical compatibility, right? And it's just not good.
Oh.
You
That's
know,
assuming if they only met in line first, right?
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think about streamers dating?
I've never dated a streamer before, so I can't really say, but
For
I
me,
guess
that don't work.
it doesn't
that-
work for you, right? Well, that's because you had a terrible experience. Remember, it's not always black and
3
white.
times in a row. That
3
shit does
times?
not work.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'd like to know. I'd like to know what exactly. Oh, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Thank you so much for raiding, Jordan. I really appreciate it. Hello, raiders. Tenta Crew, can we get some extra Tenta love in the chat to show our appreciation and welcome our raiders, please? And thank you. I'm Baby Blue Jess, a variety streamer. I'm here talking with my friend Lauren slash Ryan. We're getting in the fields, as you can see. Yeah, he got those heart emojis up.
Thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the raid.
So you're basically saying you'd like to know, like, kind of like the backstory? Am I right?
Yeah, like why it didn't work out, and was it for the same reasons?
Yeah. So I'll explain every scenario. So I've been the viewer, and then they're the streamer. I've been streamer to streamer, and I've also been the streamer, and then the person is the viewer. So I've had all three, and they do not fucking work. All three do not work. Straight up, it's terrible. And I'll explain why. All right. So the first one, really brief. The first one, I introduced her to streaming. I thought it'd be great for her mental health, empowerment, all that shit, you know. And she started, and the ball started rolling, and as she got bigger and bigger, I got more and more pushed out of her life. We lived together, and she didn't want people to know she had a boyfriend, so I couldn't even make a sound in the room because she didn't want people to know, so she hid me, and that was very damaging to my mental health. And
No.
yeah, she hid me to the point of being in like the washroom. I had to be in the washroom and wait like 4 to 6 hours for her stream to be over while I was just in my washroom several
That's
times.
terrible.
Yeah,
Holy
I was
crap.
treated like a dog. So there's that one, and on top of that, she got a donation, a private donation, to go to TwitchCon of $3,000. And I decided, I still was hanging on to the relationship, and I was like, oh, like, can I come? Like, I'll save up my own money to support you, because, you know, like, I'm so proud of you. And she was like, yeah, don't come. And I was like, why? And she's like, yeah, it's just don't. And then after that, I had enough, and I was like, okay, I'm probably being cheated on. I will never know for sure, but I probably was for sure. And we lived together, and the last 8 months of our relationship, I did not have sex with her once for 8 months. So
Yeah, there's something fishy going and shady going down there.
very fishy, for sure. Because then it's just like, and this is what I mean, like what I'd say earlier in the relationship, there was a healthy like sex life, and then afterwards 8 months of just dry spell, like something's going on, and then I had enough, and then I just got out of that relationship.
How long did that last for? The entire relationship?
About 2 years.
Um, yeah, it's a long time to hold on to.
It was, and then I stared at myself in the mirror, and I looked at myself every day, and I was like, "You are a ugly piece of shit.
Which is
You
not
are
true, by the
so
way.
undesirable." It's hard. I know, because people will say that, but that relationship ended in 2018, and it was so mentally damaging to me, and I felt truthfully the ugliest and the most undesirable guy ever, that to this day it still has an effect on me. Like I still stare at myself in the mirror, and I'm just like, yeah,
I feel for you, and I can't imagine all the messed up ish she's done to your mind. And I know that you're doing better. I know that you've been going to the gym regularly. I've seen those arms. I've seen those arms. You got them covered up, but I've seen you've been lifting.
wait. Thank you. I lost 20 pounds is something that I was really happy about, but then there's this constant thing in my mind where it's like, I'm never enough, not enough, not enough, not enough, and it does get a little toxic. But yeah. Second one, this is at this point in time I became a streamer, and she was a streamer. uh, it's tough, and the reason being is because sometimes your contents are different, they don't align, and a lot of decisions you make, you try to make business decisions, right? So one of my here's a scenario. I actually got invited to go on to the Lover Host show, um, and this is like the biggest show on Twitch, and basically if you get on that show, it's almost like a guaranteed ticket to success. However, the problem is I was dating someone, and when I'm dating someone, it's like, what do I do? I have integrity too, so then but I have integrity. I said no for my own reasons, but obviously when I think about it in hindsight, that's a very big business opportunity. But the way my ex went about it, streamer to streamer, she was like, no, you can grow organically, you don't need to do that, like that's stupid, like that's cringe, and like they would just shit on the whole idea about it. And then the thing is, it gets tricky sometimes, because then they watch your streams and you watch their streams, and then she didn't like certain females, uh, and then it's not even me not liking certain like males in her stream. It's just like I would look at some of the behavior and I'd be like, hey, that's kind of like a weird champ, and you just have to just deal with it. Like that's something that you have to deal with, and there are obstacles that make your love life a little bit more difficult. And it's like, say for example, I'm doing this podcast with you, right? And I bet you with the second girl I dated, who was streamer to streamer, I bet you anybody doing this podcast with you would not be allowed.
I see.
It would not be allowed. And I don't know.
It sounds like the foundations of that relationship wasn't as strong as you'd like it to be. And I'll let you know now, like, I get it. As a person who was younger and more naive and more insecure, I get it. But now, as like someone a little bit older, also in the whole content creation realm, sometimes you just gotta make certain decisions for each other. And I think if my partner had that opportunity, I'd be like, go for it. Because at the end of the day,
you're mine.
That's all mine. No one's touching that.
Yeah, exactly. So I was saying, like, and I was trying to be like logical about it too. I was like, what if I get the bag? I know it's like I'm putting my integrity a little bit on the line here, but if I get the bag, that means I can treat you even better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's think about that for a second. And then she wasn't cool with it.
Yeah, friend first and lover second, in my opinion. I would want my partner to be happy, And if for whatever reason they decide to break up with me or cheat on me or whatever, that's their loss. Because I already know what I can offer to the table.
Hey, no, that's really good. I respect that a lot. And okay, wait, I gotta read some of the comments. Just
Yeah, go
because
for it. I gotta read some too.
Yeah.
Justin, thank you so much for hosting me. I really appreciate it. And Luna, the I can't read. I'm so short. Thank you so much for following. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you earlier. I was in the midst of a conversation. Let's see. Fox's Trinity, Jake P. Beans, David M. Prids, Luna the Minchiwawa, Vovid Blurble, Mark04. Thank you so much for following and welcome to the Tentacle stream. Today I'm doing a podcast with my friend, streamer friend Lauren/Ryan on In the Fields podcast. Come for the giggles and stay for the feels. We're not afraid of getting vulnerable with each other. Yo, don't flame the bougie instant noodles. Yo, I love instant noodles. I lived off of that in my teenage years. It's an avocado shake. You got it. I know, my mom's so sweet. She's super sweet for giving me an avocado shake. She just walked in my room. I thought she was gonna use the toilet, which I was totally fine with. And then she like hands me. And I'm like, gotta love my mama. My dad brought home some avocados, so we're making some avocado shakes. Yeah, see the importance of having really, really trustworthy and smart mods. The DMs be wild sometimes. I'll tell you now, if you send me an inappropriate DM, it goes into my not safe for work sub-only channel on Discord, where I share people's DPs if need to be, so they can know that you're gonna be exposed. Hey, cuz. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I know, I'm just moving over. Do you like my new layout? You finished off the music stuff for the day? Nice, nice. Oh, thank you so much for supporting and lurking. I hope you were able to get some good jams. And hey, Trickster. Hi, excellent. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. Would you guys please go and give Lauren some love on his channel? I think if you could spam lots of tentacles and let him know that the Tentacle Crew was here, I would appreciate it. Hey, what's up?
Okay, so I do have work tomorrow, so I will my stream schedule ends in like 15 minutes anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, for the last 15 minutes, let's like really, what's something like real spicy?
Spicy? Define spicy, because that can mean a lot of things.
Okay. Ice King changed the fall. Thank you. I know you're from Justice Stream, by the way. Thank you. Spicy can be anywhere from, you talked about something like really like deep, dark, and like stimulating, or something that you can kind of like. Well, I mean, stimulating in the sense of just like, oh wow, that's a really good topic. Another spicy could just be like your love life.
I have no love life right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you talk about like your rice scores and stuff, like your rice purity score, or you talk about like
36, by the way.
36?
Yeah. I think I did it on your stream one time and I shared it with everyone else. I can't remember if that's it.
36. That's not that bad.
Yeah, I have no idea.
36 is fine. That's chill. Okay. Are you a like top or a bottom?
I'm a switch.
Switch. Respectable. That's very respectable. Okay.
I have a lot of masculine energy, and so I'd like for someone who can also be a switch too. Obviously, if they want that side to be more private, then that's okay.
True. Okay.
How about yourself?
am mostly, well, it was wait, Mojo with the sub. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I am mostly Dom, but I am my second trait is, well, because I did the BDSM test. My second highest was Switch as well.
Mm.
I do like people that can take charge, and it's just like, yo, I don't mind doing all the work, but if you just out of nowhere decide to be like, yo, I'm riding that D, then I'll be like, I'm like, that's cool too. Like I'll be like, sure, thank you. Like I'm not opposed to that at all, and I do find that very very sexy.
It's good to know that you're open-minded to, be a switch as well.
Yeah, just like don't go too far where you're like, yo, I just want to like shove a finger up your butt. I don't think yeah, sorry.
Oh,
I
I'm sorry. I guess we can't be friends then. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh shit. Like, oh shit, literally. But
I'm joking.
yeah,
I'm joking.
no butt stuff for me, unfortunately. I know some people are into that, but not me. Yeah.
I just think you haven't been with the right person to introduce another world to you. That's all.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? So
That topic comes with a lot of care and patience.
so you're telling me I just have to like be open-minded and just be like, hey.
Well, you
like,
have to be with a good teacher, obviously.
Okay. Now, Jess, is there something that that I don't know that I feel like I know?
I already said I was a switch. Self-explanatory.
So you've. Okay. You know what? All right.
I'm gonna send you something later. It's this comedian, this bit by this comedian. It makes me laugh all the time. But yeah.
Okay.
It's a meme. It's a meme.
It's a meme. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Now, with that being said,
Oh,
I
give
know
me
you
one
said.
second. Sorry,
Yeah.
would you give me 1 second? Thank you so much for rating me, Jake. I really appreciate it. Welcome, Raiders. Hi, how's it going? I'm Baby Blue Jess. I'm just in the middle of a podcast with my friend Lauren on the In the Fields podcast. Can I get some extra tons of love all up in the chat to show our appreciation, please and thank you.
Poggers, thanks for the raid. So, how important is it to you? So, say you get into a relationship. How important is like the whole intimacy? And that doesn't just mean sex. It's like the. Well, I know you said physical touch is really, really important, but like how important? Like, do you need to kiss them all the time, hug them all the time, or like?
Yes and no. Like, for me, I think the brain is the biggest sex organ. So if you could stimulate me mentally, that's your best bet. You already know I'm very in tune with my emotions. So if someone could be vulnerable and open up to me, I feel the closest to them. When they can share their deepest, darkest secrets, or they can get comforts talking to me. We don't have to necessarily solve any issues. We just vibe and talk about life and our feelings, you know? In terms of physical touch, holding hands makes me happy. If they're in the kitchen and they're cooking or something, I'll just come from behind and hug them, and they could just continue chopping their onions.
That's so cute. And
My
they can
hands
just
may or may
continue
wander
chopping
though.
their onions. Your hands may.
It depends how I'm feeling, obviously. They have a sharp object in their hand. I don't want accidents to happen.
So it's like they could be like, you know, in a like say it's like this Jack dude, and he's cooking for you naked in an apron. Where your hands go? where your hands go?
Down low to the pockets, of course. They may have some candy in there.
Apron pockets or like
You sit there butt naked with only an apron, right? So what
Yeah,
other
they're
pockets are there? There's only apron pockets.
Well, I know some aprons don't have pockets though, so it's just like, okay, all right. Okay. Would you say you have a Wait, okay, people are asking, do you sew? I don't No, what does that mean? Do you sew?
Like sewing? Yeah, sometimes I sew. I cosplay, so I have to do some alterations from time to time.
Oh, like literally, like so. I thought, well, because guys, I thought we were talking about sexual stuff, so I thought so was like this kind of like sexual innuendo for like, I don't know. It's like, do you scissor? Like, yes, I cut things
Oh my
sometimes.
goodness.
No, so what I'm just saying is just like it was very out of context because if someone was like, hey, like ask her if she scissors, and it's like, well, technically, if you use a pair of scissors, you just like cut stuff. So of course, you know. What do you mean no? Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm
No worries, Jake. Thank you for
just stop. You're so
stopping
cringe. Okay, yeah.
by.
All right. I
You're
literally
good.
have
Don't worry about it.
like 7 minutes left. Okay, I'm just gonna raid you by the way.
Oh.
Yeah,
Aw,
obviously.
that's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Ryan thinks everything is an innuendo. It's hard sometimes.
That's
Like,
what he said.
well, yeah, not my. Okay, guys, Jess has a very. Here's my read on you. You act innocent, but you know what the fuck you're doing.
Whatever you saying. Look at this face.
Yeah, exactly. So
Am I
it's
gonna
like,
ruin someone's life?
yeah, see, you have very dangerous yeah, for any guy out there, I'm gonna just say right now, she has a very dangerous, alluring kind of like charm, and that's, yep.
With
That's
great
it.
power comes great responsibility.
Great power comes with great responsibility. That giggle said it all. See, I literally just saw right through her.
Not exactly. We've gotten to know each other for a little bit, so it's not like you
Okay.
knew right away.
That's true. Yeah, it's very easy for me to kind of conclude that way.
Hmm.
You know what you're doing. It can be a very powerful tool. So, congrats. That's your superpower. Good job, Jess.
Thanks, I think.
Now, with that being said, are you confident in being able to just like you could look at a guy and be like, that guy, I can grab him, like he can like be wrapped around my finger, like are you confident like that?
The crazy thing is, like, when I actually end up liking a person, I'm actually really shy. I'm really shy. Like, it takes me a while. If you saw the clip of me trying to do the ara ara, I had to like gather all of my courage and, you know, get confident and do it, cause yeah, it's a balance.
It's a balance. Okay,
Mm.
true. Wow, what a lucky guy! Like whoever gets to see the hidden side of you. Well, yeah, right? Because it's something that you don't show at all, right? So I think that's nice.
Mm.
I bet she has broken her fair share of brat tamers.
What's that?
Brat tamers are people that like. So you're very bratty. So you're a brat. So you're like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, like the way that you acted. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like maybe like that kind of shit. So brat tamers are guys that are like in a situation like say in the bedroom. They end up being like very dominant, and they're like, okay, you're gonna play like that, huh? You're gonna play like that, and then like maybe like they press you against the wall, and then you're like, oh my god. But then you come up with a way to be bratty and just be like, what are you gonna do about it? And then they're like, I don't know, they try to tame you, but then what he's saying in the chat though, that you've probably broken some brat tamers. So there are people that try to tame you.
I see. Yeah, I don't like being controlled without my consent.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So those are brat tamers. Yeah.
I see. I just learned something new today. Thank you, chat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren. Or Ryan.
Wha-
Do you prefer for me to call you Ryan or Lauren?
Well, I call you Jets, so yeah, you can call me Ryan.
Ryan? Okay.
That's fine.
Mm.
She radiates brat energy. I love it.
Do I really?
Uh, I think you do a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Do you have like a solid, like just a solid question? Because yeah, I do gotta go in a couple minutes.
Okay,
So
sounds good. This is perfect timing because I arranged it so it would end in exactly at 10 at my time.
nice.
What questions do I have for you?
Yeah, just full send. I don't know, just like as crazy as it can be. Whatever you can pull.
This is tough. You can't put me on the spot like that.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, okay, I see. Should I continue with the spicy train? Like,
Yeah, it's the final question. I know that's a lot of pressure, but yeah.
roleplay? Yes or no?
I'm open to it, 100%. But like, I guess in the same strand, I say this thing. I think I said it on the Only Game show. It's like, in terms of kinks, it's like, I love public sex. So, and I say the world is an open canvas for it to be fucked in. So, go nuts, everyone.
Without
Fuck
getting
everywhere.
arrested.
Without getting arrested. Yes. Fuck everywhere. Fuck by that tree. Fuck on the beach. Like, fuck everywhere, dude. I think it's fuck in a classroom. Well, when no one's there. Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, 2021. The world is your fucking canvas.
Like literally, yeah. The world is your fucking canvas. So.
Oh man.
Yes. And then I guess because there's 1 minute left, yeah, I've had sex in a classroom. Okay, all right.
Okay, all right. Let's close this podcast. How do you feel about this podcast that we've done together and how we're able to get vulnerable in our fields talking about relationships?
I really like this actually, and I'll do it again anytime. But
Cool,
if you
you
don't
heard
wanna
it
do
here,
again,
guys.
yeah, if you don't want to do it again, that's cool too. I enjoyed this experience.
Thank you so much for being a guest on my very first episode of In the
Bro,
Fields.
Bro, she really just laughed it off. Okay, yeah, all right. You know what? I'm just gonna go fuck myself.
I was not finished with my ending statements, but okay. Don't prematurely stop. Like, jeez. Let it go to a full finish.
Blue.
It was great having you as a guest, Ryan, and I hope that, you know, we got to get some interesting topics out there to make people feel more open to talk about it. I definitely enjoyed it, and I'd love to have you back as a guest sometime in the future if you would have me as well.
Yeah, of course, 100%. And I think after this, I've kind of gauged a little bit more, so I know a little bit about like what you're all about and how open you are, and I think I can crank it up. I'll have prepared questions. I'll be
Sounds
so ready.
good.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna raid you, and guys,
Thank you
we're gonna
again.
raid Jess. Go check her out. Please follow her right now. And yeah. Okay, Jess. We'll see you in your stream.
See you soon. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over here and activate my camera. Sorry, I'm such a noob to this new this new thing here. Okay, cool. I'm back. Hi. Yeah, that was my first episode of In the Fields podcast. I was really spontaneous with it. This whole layout is very spontaneous, and I think after this episode I have a better idea of how I want to organize future podcasts. Hello, Lord Grimm, how are you? yeah, did you guys enjoy this conversation? I hope it gave you a chance to get to know me a little bit better and Ryan a little bit better and Lauren, thank you so much for the raid and hello raiders. Tentacrew fam, can we please give our raiders some Tenta love all up in the chat, please? And thank you to show our appreciation. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for being part of our podcast. It was great being able to chat with Ryan, get to know him a little bit better. Hey, Crispy, how are you? You feel like you ran into a trap and you had no idea what was happening? Oh my. That was a vibe. It was a vibe. But I'm really glad. Let me switch to just chatting. I'm really glad that we were able to open up and be more vulnerable. And this is a really big step for me because previously I was not really able to comfortably share this other side of my personality, which is like the more lewd side. So with the only game show just happening yesterday and then having this podcast, I think you guys have a better idea of, you know, what I'm all about, and I hope I can maintain a happy medium. Cause I understand as like a streamer, you want to be yourself, but only to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Wow. Mega Prime. The Seductive Bruja. Cheap Vegetables and Ayla 6163. Thank you so much for following and welcome to the Tentacrew stream. How's it going? What is up? Yeah, I know that the podcast was a lot later for Ryan, but once I move, I'll be able to have more flexibility with my time, and I hope to stream a little bit earlier so I could accommodate for his time zone in the East Coast. Captain Noodle TV, hi, how's it going? Thank you so much for popping by my stream. That was amazing. Let's go lewd side. Yeah, but like to an extent, right? Because I don't want to invite inappropriate people, and that's why the Tenta mods are here to help me. It's a very tough job, so I trust them. Yesterday was fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Ara's on point. You practiced it, didn't you? I didn't, not that in particular to be honest, but I just tried to channel my inner seductress. I just thought about what would mommy Lisa from Genshin Impact say. I have been practicing like voice acting in general though. What is too lewd? Hi all ears. I was on the only game show yesterday, 69th edition, and it was the lewd version of the game show, and so I I was able to channel another side of my personality. Sacrificial Fool, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the Tentacrew stream. How's it going? What is up? Yes, please join my Discord if you haven't already. That's where we can catch up offline and chat. Obviously, if you're sub, you get more exclusive channels to peek through with different subcategories. But, you know, we still talk. We still say good morning to each other and check up on each other. Channeling your inner Lisa voice. Yeah, exactly. True says you said your ears were red after, but we couldn't tell you had your headphones on. Exactly, and that's why I kind of like having my headphones, only for that reason, so I could hide how hard I'm blushing. Yeah, I don't like the wires, obviously, because it's not as mobile, but it's good to have. Oh my goodness. I guess since you guys are new here, my name is Baby Blue Jess. I'm a variety streamer. I play games very casually. Right now the games that I play are Valorant, Monster Hunter Rise. I really enjoy indie games, so Don't Starve, Little Nightmares. I like to do taste tests too, so there's that. I mostly focus on wellness checks or just chatting streams where I talk about my personal happiness journey, the things that I've learned through therapy. I'm not coming at it as a professional by any means. It's just me sharing my documentation of my journey, and in hopes to try to normalize the conversation about mental health. I feel like there's so many people out there who are feeling alone, and I just want to make it so that they feel safe to express themselves. Sounds good. Thank you, Holly Ears. Yeah, my worst enemy can vouch for me. He also does streams and is a very big mental health advocate, so please check him out. We should do a shout out for some of our raiders since we lost that opportunity during the podcast. So can I get a shout out for our raiders? I believe Cooking Seriously was one. French Vanilla Mountain Lion was another. Obviously Lauren Ryan. Oh yes. My channel is normally a follow. Oh, there you go. He finally has a clip. So, Cooking Seriously, my mod, he is a metal vocalist, as you can tell. And he writes music and he does a lot of cool throat stuff. Don't quote me. Do you not do throat stuff? It takes a lot of work to like exercise that so that you can sing without damaging your vocal cords. I'm sorry. Context is needed. He's a vocalist. Hello, hello. Psyche, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. This is Jake, also known as French Vanilla Mountain Lion. Please check him out. He has a great radio voice. He plays Apex Legends, other SPF games. I met him through a mutual friend in Los Angeles at a convention, and yeah, very sweet, very hardworking. Creates content very regularly, especially on TikTok. One of his TikToks recently had me dying. He was basically like throwing haichus on the floor, trying to bait really cute gamer girls. And that TikTok just blew up. Ever since then, he just talks about having a lot of haichus. He told me he bought a bucket of 1,500 haichus. Hi Brian, how's it going? There's the Jess I know. I know, that's me. In all my lewd glory. Wait, you were a flight attendant? How was that? Yeah, I was a flight attendant for 8 years. It was great being able to travel the world, but it was really difficult to maintain relationships and friendships and making it to gatherings and events and such. It was a very eye-opening experience. I got to meet so many different people, travel to so many different places, got to open my horizons and perspective. But definitely not something I would do long term because I need to focus on my future. I gotta settle down eventually, right? I gotta have a family, so I'm working towards a new career. Yeah, it was really tough, like maintaining a routine life. My health took a big hit, and it was just not good. Is that an avocado smoothie? Yes, it is. My mom came in with an avocado smoothie. She surprised me. She's so sweet. It's an avocado. Okay, I had to play that. I had to play it now. In case you guys don't know what that meme, I have to share it. Avocado. Avocado! So cute! One of my favorite video memes ever. Yeah, I love avocados. Okay, I gotta reset this, refresh this so it doesn't stay on my screen. Yeah. It's so adorbs, right? Yeah, so good and so sweet. What's up, Jordan? Since today is a spicier stream, oh my god! Are you cereal? Oh my gosh. So my mod Cooking Seriously has redeemed a spicy with 30,000 points, and that means I'm gonna eat a spicy piece of jerky. I wish I saved my avocado. I mean, I guess I could lick it up, but yeah, we'll see. Alright, time for something spicy. I see what you did there. Should I eat the ghost pepper jerky or the Carolina Reaper jerky? It's been a hot minute, literally. I haven't had one spicy jerky since my birthday stream 2 months ago. You love spicy things? Let's go spicy jerky. Reaper? Okay. Poll? It's up to Jordan. Jordan, what would you like to do? Would you like to start a poll? Would you like me to eat either way? Whatever kind of pain you're feeling today. Oh my gosh. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, just so you know. Nice segue there, Jordan. Yeah, very. I like witty innuendos. I like it. It takes a lot of brain power. Despite, you know, it's way better than being vulgar. This is the ghost pepper one. This one actually has a good flavor to it and some heat that lasts. Like, it hits a little later and it lasts longer. This one hits instantly, but it doesn't last as long. Yeah. So are we going for duration or like instant gratification? Okay, I'm gonna go for Carolina Reaper. Because I'll be up for a while. But before I do that, I do want to grab some ice cream. If that's okay. Not the back-to-back innuendos. Yes, the back-to-back innuendos. Once you get me started, it's hard to stop. I'm sorry. Rune says, I can take spice. I just hate when it gets you back in the back of the throat and makes you cough. I can stand the heat. The cough sucks. It does. And you have to be careful or else it might go in the wrong hole. I mean, it might go in the wrong tube. I mean, it might go in your, Oh, shut up now. You guys, my brain is in the gutter. It's really bad. It goes up to your nose. No ice cream. Pain without love. I like it rough. That's your preference. BDSM isn't always about roughness, you know. It's about. If you ever been to a BDSM club, not that I have been, after you get like tortured and hurt, the dom person will wrap the sub in a blanket and like hug them and make them feel better and feel safe, because remember, BDSM is consensual. Not the verbal vomits of innuendos, I know, right? Everyone, get on board on this one. Ain't stopping until it runs out of steam. Having Reaper up your nose sucks. Yeah, totally. I see you have joined me in the gutter, Jess. Welcome. We have brownies. Oh, what kind of brownies? I hope they're special brownies. And how would you know, Jess? Research. I'm a very naturally curious person. Can I just be held in a blanket without out the hurting? You can. Yo, where do I sign up joke? Speaking of what, I want more of those cookies, Law. Can I order 100? I would love to bake with you guys again. And for you guys again. Yeah, how about when I move? I'll bake for you guys. And I can send cookies. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Carolina Reaper. I'm gonna grab some ice cream. I'll be right back, so please behave yourself, children. BRB. Hi, I'm back. What did I miss? Is that a hamster with a tentacle coming out of it? You guys are so funny. Thank you so much for the tentacle love. I love seeing my chat being spammed with lots of tentacles. California knows how to party. Oh my. What flavor ice cream? I have gotten Malona Honeydew, one of my favorite Malona flavors. I'm not sure if this counts as ice cream though. I'm afraid it might be more water-based than cream and milk, and it might make the burning even worse. So we'll see. We'll see. Watching the ending of Final Fantasy VII Remake right now. Nice, nice. Not spoiling. Oh. You called dibs on the cookie helper? You just want fresh batch of cookies? Yeah, fresh cookies are the best. I love, 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 love fresh cookies. Spam Musubi when I said spam. Nice, nice. Hamster, yes. Shake my head. Hello, Becky. Alright, so let's go and deliver on that redemption. This is Carolina Reaper Jerky by my friend Lucky. He makes jerky in his home with his dehydrator. He has a whole business, and he sent me like 3 pounds worth of jerky. I managed to give away a lot of it because sharing is caring, but I will always be stuck with this extra spicy jerky. Okay, so you've been meaning to make some jerky. Nice, nice. It's crazy how they take a piece of meat this thick and dehydrate to like this. So I've chosen death, and they've chosen the Carolina Reaper over the ghost pepper. I don't know how my spice tolerance is since the last time, so let's see. I brought a spoon with me to scrape the avocado shake from my cup. So I'm gonna take a pretty generous piece here. Get on my spoon, because I want to get this in my mouth without touching my lips. Alright guys, Carolina Reaper. Should we change it to food and drink? Wash after eating? For sure. Finger protection. Don't worry, that's why I brought a spoon with me. Hot smoked spice jerky. That sounds delicious. Hi, you had a rough night? Oh no. Cactus Rose. Would you like to hang out with us maybe? Laugh at my expense for eating really spicy jerky? That's what she said. Oh my. Smoke profile is much better. Yes, I like smoked food. Alright guys. Carolina Reaper jerky. Cheers. Doink. Oh man. It's really spicy. I haven't swallowed it yet. I'm chipmunking it. It's kind of hard because it's a little bit older. When I first put it in my mouth, it's instantly spicy. My saliva. It's not helping. Whew. Whew. I just swallowed most of it. I just swallowed it, so now I'm feeling the aftermath of the... It's getting hot. The right side of my mouth is on fire. Gonna try to swallow all the rest of the bits. My nose is running. Use flamethrower. Add fire animation. I didn't know that chipmunks didn't have teeth. Oh, it hurts to breathe. I'm trying to breathe in my nose, but breathing through my mouth gives me like very mild relief. Thank you so much for resubscribing for 9 months, Jordan. Happy 9 months anniversary. Can I get some faith and sense of love? I see you're staying for the content. And you just enjoy seeing me suffer. I'm getting lightheaded. I am getting lightheaded. Just a Charizard, thanks. Perfect for our next YouTube, yep. Put myself in constant torture for your entertainment. We're stuff for another Sixer. Oh, thank you so much. I'm getting lightheaded. I don't think this is something I did before. I'm gonna scrape some remaining avocado shake from my cup. I don't know if this is gonna make it better or worse. This consists of avocados, condensed milk, and sugar. I'm feeling a little woozy, guys. Is it possible to get high off of spicy food? Is it an actual thing? Because I feel some sort of way. I'm not talking about the spicy train we were just on. Okay, I'm going for the ice cream, guys. I can't. I can't function properly. Why is it such a struggle to open this? Luna, honeydew flavor. I'm legit getting dizzy, like, not dizzy, but like, my mind feels like it's floating. Is this why people like spicy food? I always liked it because it was tasty, you know? Yeah, you wish. I think this would have been the perfect ice cream for Coco to demonstrate her perfect her weird talents. You know what I'm talking about? Yep, I just felt it hit the pit of my stomach. You lost your hearing? My left ear just popped. I can't hear anything on my left ear. You can make jokes, but I asked you guys keep it tasteful and classy because innuendos make it more... Innuendos are more witty. Being vulgar doesn't take that much brains. Exactly. Witty is one of the best ways to get to me. I did say your brain is the biggest sex organ. Would I say I have a high pain tolerance? Yes, only because Can I get some milk just in case? I don't have regular milk, only almond milk, which was a bad idea last time. I have a high pain tolerance because every month or so I get really, really bad cramps.
Hey, listen.
Look at that. The stretch countdown has finally stopped. If you don't mind, I'm gonna have my ice cream first and not die before stretch. You know one who straight up smokes ground up peppers? What? How do you do that? Innuendos are classy like James Bond, exactly. And that's why you like modding for me, because of hidden IQ village test. Oh, thanks. You're really messy. Do you sweat when you eat spicy food, guys? I might have to check it out one day. Yep, your brain is huge AF, Brian. What? Reaper dust on the floor? That is pretty insane. I still have that, what do you guys call it? Spice high? And my tongue is still on fire. But as long as I stick this in my mouth, it'll be fine. You only sweat if it's really hot? Right. The hottest hot sauce you ever had was a tiny drop on a slice of pizza and licking your fingers from the drop instantly had you sweating? Whoa, that sounds like some deadly hot sauce. You don't like to see people in pain? You're taking it like a champ? Thanks. I had practice. Your friend's like, that's too much. Yeah. One drop? I mean, can you have half a drop of hot sauce? I think to be precise, you have to get like one of those droppers. Hot sauces should come with a dropper. My tongue is still burning, by the way. It's called insanity sauce? Wow. You still want to do the spicy challenge one day? You should hit Alan up. He has a whole collection of hot sauces, and he's local too. You'll never do a spicy challenge ever again? Worst experience ever? I get it. I feel you. Insanity sauce. You'll never ever do a spicy challenge ever again. Worst experience ever. Umi. Oh no. The Man vs. Food episode where the hot sauce ate through the guy's gloves as he was eating it was... What? Are you freaking serious? I don't think that's safe to digest in that case, if it can go through gloves. So I wanted to do the one chip challenge, but roulette. My friend Brian, Kirkless Shinobi, came up with this idea. Buy a bag of Doritos, just pop that one chip inside, and just, you know, for every sub, eat a chip. And if it happens to be the one chip challenge, then GG, dude. The only problem is, I can't find it anywhere. It's out of stock. It's $50 for that one single chip. My stream ends at 11, and I think you guys said that you're gonna start your your movie party at 12? Correct me if I'm wrong. 20 years ago, damn. It still stayed with you, that memory, huh? Sounds good, James. Thank you so much for popping by. I really appreciate you choosing to hang out with me, and of course, Captain Noodle too, if you're still there. I hope you get some quality sleep tonight. And I promise by next time, Jess will be back to her wholesome self. No promises, sorry. If it was a latex of oil, would eat through it. Oh, okay. That makes sense, that makes sense. If it's oil, it would eat through it. Never mix oil with latex, guys. Hey, Pet. Valorant? Maybe. I think it'd be fun. Yeah. A lot of these, well, streaming equipments, gaming equipments, and of course, spicy challenges products are super popular during the quarantine and pandemic. Everyone's stocked up. Supply and demand. On weekends, I end my stream at 11 p.m. PST. Nice. I know. That game show, the only the only game show Loot Edition really kicked things off. I want to be able to be my true authentic self with you guys. I don't want to get the Disney Star treatments down the line. Like, what? Jess is not wholesome? She's become a hoe. Well, I think everyone has like a dirty side to them. But certain people just choose to conserve it more. And I used to be afraid to show that side, but then I realized there's something called boundaries. Hi Phil, how's it going? My night is great so far. No, I haven't had any movie nights recently. I know. I really miss community movie nights and game nights too, but because I'm preparing to move to LA very soon, I just haven't been able to host those events. But I hope to obviously host them more to make up for lost time. And I appreciate you guys for being very patient with me. Ooh, new anime. What is it called? It's making you tear up? Ooh. Just as wholesome when it counts, exactly. Boundaries like boundaries of this stream. Yes, exactly. Hello, welcome. Congrats on the move. Thank you so much, Sir Hick. Sir HC. Aw, thanks Phil for overseeing. Mashio no Oto, great anime that's about music and self-discovery. Ooh, I like those kind of like artsy type of music anime. Boundaries and communications are very, very important. Hansun Rakishimeli PT Twister, thank you so much for following and welcome to the Tentacruise stream. What is up and how's it going? Yeah, I like taking my time and savoring the popsicle. You also recommend it too? Nice, nice. This is honeydew flavor, Melona. I love Melona. It's an icy fruit flavored bar. I really like this one, and I highly recommend it if you guys have never tried it. You can find it at Asian markets. It's a Korean brand. Everyone has their own way of eating ice cream. No shame. Good. I'm not burning anymore. Like I said, comparing the Carolina Reaper to the Ghost Pepper Jerky, Carolina Reaper hits instantly, but it goes away quickly, whereas the Ghost Pepper doesn't hit instantly, but it lasts much, much longer. The spice, I mean. So, pick your poison. Spice is gone. Is that an Asian? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Ped is a musician. Please check him out. Very multi-talented. Musician, photographer, streamer. One is probably oil-based, the other not so much. Yeah, possibly. I have to ask my friend who made it. Excuse me. Oh my god, spicy burps. Yes, I have to agree. Like, that's why I make sure I live in an area that's has a lot of access to different type of cuisines. Obviously I'm Asian, so I grew up with a lot of Asian staples when it comes to different foods, and so I'd like to be able to have access to that. No, my hearing's still gone. I can't hear. Exactly, that's why California is the city for me. Good foodie scene, beaches, mountains, hiking trails, cosplay conventions. What more can I ask for? And I can run around in like short shorts and no one's gonna bat an eye. My hearing didn't come back yet. And my tongue still kind of burns, but it's much better than before. I'm gonna put away my jerky. I'm gonna be living the LA life vicariously through you. Aw. And so maybe I can get a van too. Yes, come visit! I'll know all the foodie places by then. Okay, I'm cold now. Koreatown in LA would be the best and worst place to live. Yeah, I know. Okay, BBQ all day, every day. England is your city? Nice, nice. You would blend in just fine. Exactly. I feel like... I don't know, I always had very weird, unique style, so I always stood out. And people are not very... they're not very good at hiding at the fact that they're staring either. So I think in LA I'll blend in just fine. Yeah, it's very expensive, I imagine, in LA, but it's okay. Depending on what city you live in, what your accommodations are, it's doable. I gotta make enough to afford rent. That is the goal. You're in a dead zone for Asian markets. We have one, but it's very generic. The best one around is near Benamor. Most markets in your area are Amish-based. While they have good sweets and foods, I want to change it up. No, I totally understand. Like, you want to have variety because you're still used to a certain type of food already for so long, right? I hope you're able to maybe travel a little bit and get your hands on some Asian foods. If you'd like some recommendations, just let me know, and maybe you'll be able to order it online. Lots of streamer friends in K-Town area. Nice. I have some friends in the K-Town area too. The last time you had ghost pepper sauce, your hearing went away, your head got fuzzy and dizzy, and your sight went blurry? Whoa, that's some extreme conditions, huh? Asian grocery has bad reviews in the area. 99 Ranch or bust. Oh, I see. Yeah, 99 Ranch. Hello, Puppy Skills ZT. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? By the way, this is how we talk. What? How's the jerky? Hey, Beastnix, I just finished it. I had ice cream. My tongue is still tingly, but for the most part, I think I'm good. I'm good. Can you tell me a joke? Go for it. If it's a dad joke, you get brownie points. Texas and Cali can suck. I don't know how they differ from Vancouver. Yeah, Vancouver has our own fair share of really bad taxes too. We do have, you know, free healthcare, so that makes sense. Me being bougie AF, bougie in San Fran. You're gonna love it there? I can't wait. Does the octopus reverse? Why, yes it does. Takoko is the mic guardian, but if for whatever reason I actually knock him over, then he becomes Hulk Coco. Well, thank you for redeeming it, Jordan. You used to live in K-Town with your girlfriend for several years. It was not too bad of an area to live in. Lots of great places to eat out and hang out. Walking distance from your apartment. Nice. Yeah, I imagine so. Hey, you're gonna join for us for Mortal Kombat? Just we can wait for you. What time are you going to start, Brian? I think I remember in the group chat you said 12, but I'm not completely sure. Let me know. If it's at 12, yes. If it's at 11, then you guys go ahead. I don't want to keep you waiting. What do you call a dog with no legs? What? Your brownie points since you're brown, I might get these points. Yes, you're automatically given these points. You're silly. You seen it twice already? Wow. We can wait for you if you end at 11. Ah, okay. Okay, sounds good. I am going to... It doesn't matter what you call it. It ain't coming. No! That's such a sad joke. Why you gotta do me like that? Drake King, I love my animals, and so to hear any sad one makes me so sad. It's okay, we can build it a wagon. Yeah, we could build it a wagon. And it's gonna have a controller on it so that every time its nose boops on it, it moves. That joke was rough. Yes, I see what you did there. Alright guys, let's go ahead and do our wellness check. Alright, this is part of the stream, usually an hour and a half into the stream, where I encourage everyone to get up with me to do some stretches. It'll take only 2 to 3 minutes. It'll do your body some good and get the blood flowing, if you know what I mean. So, chop, let's stretch. I have a food baby, don't laugh at me, okay? I have a food baby. I drink lots of water and tea. Yeah. Alright, so our first stretch, we are going to bring our right leg up from behind of us, and we're going to poke our belly buttons to help stabilize. We're going to hold our stretch for 15 seconds, so I want you guys to breathe in and out, relax your body, and stretch. 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have a food baby. My waist is gone. Alright. Next, we're going to bring our left leg from behind us, and we're going to hold that for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, wait. Right, you guys go ahead and start the movie. I just remember I have a meeting after the stream. I totally forgot. It went over my head. Please enjoy the movie, and when I'm done with my meeting, I'll hop in and join you guys. Enjoy Mortal Kombat. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If that's a food baby, I have quintuplets. Hey, the quarantine really... Excuse me. Spicy jerky burps. The quarantine really made me not as active. Alright, we're gonna bring our right leg in front of us, and we're going to hold the stretch for 15 seconds or so. I want you guys to make sure you have good straight posture and that you're keeping your body centered and balanced. If you have a bit of trouble balancing, what you can do is try to bend your knee, the one that's standing, and hold that for 15 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Imagine actually eating jerky and every time you burp, like spicy jerky, flamethrowers come out like psh, psh, psh. We're gonna switch it up to the left side. Ready? Look at this food, baby. Okay, sorry. I'm one of those people where they wake up with abs and then by the end of the night, it's gone. Because you had to eat, obviously. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, let's go ahead and bring our feet shoulder width apart and one hand on the waist, one hand up, and we're going to move. We're going to stretch to the side like so and hold it for 15 seconds. Every time you exhale, I want you guys to push a little deeper with your stretch, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That feels good. Let's switch it up. Other arm over. And stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That felt good. Let's go ahead and do our other stretches on the bed. I'm gonna lower the camera. Okay. We're gonna bring Takoko closer to us. Oops. 1 second, I just accidentally unplugged this track. Okay, we're back. We back. Everything's Gucci. Okay. So let's go ahead and stretch our arms. I'm gonna press this. Okay, guys. Let's bring our left arm over our chest. We're going to hold it and make sure our shoulders are even, you know. And with your opposite hand, we're gonna push our wrist against our elbow, and we're gonna hold it for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, we're gonna switch other side now. Make sure you take your time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, get your stretch on, Drew. Get your stretch on. I'm gonna bring my left arm up, bend at the elbow, and with the opposite hand, I'm gonna pull the elbow towards the center of my body like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're gonna switch. This time it's the right arm up, bend at the elbow. With the opposite hand, we're gonna pull that elbow towards the center of our body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. My ear is still blocked from eating that spicy jerky. I can't hear anything. So for the neck stretches, I wanted to stick to the one that my mod introduced to me. I think it's a really good one, and it's more than one area. You're gonna feel a good stretch on your neck here, and this connecting area from your shoulders. This is a really great stretch for people who are looking on the screen often, or if you're a chef, you're cooking and you're looking down at a counter. I think this is a really good stretch. So what we're gonna do is we're going to bring our palms out, down, and we're gonna sit on your palms. Okay? Like this. Make sure you have straight posture, and with your neck slightly forward, I want you guys to bend side to side like this, slowly. If you're doing this right, you're gonna feel a little bit of a stretch. It shouldn't be painful on your neck and shoulders, like so. I've been feeling a lot of relief from this stretch. And I hope that you guys are feeling it too. You can make some modifications if you feel like you need to bring your neck forward a little bit more or back a little bit. Just make sure that you have your posture straight. Oh, okay, that was a really good stretch. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on my little wellness check. I hope the stretching helped you a little bit. It definitely helped me. I'm feeling a little extra relaxed right now. Let's go back. Ow. I hate wired things. No triple tick today? This one hurts your hands? Are you trying to say your butt is not cushioning your hands? It was nice to spend the whole night with you like I did during lockdown. I know, Rin, it brings back some good memories. I totally understand that with the world opening up after the pandemic, I'm going to see less and less of you guys, but to be honest, I'm quite happy for you guys because it means that you guys are going out there and living your life. And if you so happen to choose to spend time with me, I feel so happy and honored that you're willing to. Yeah, I will be just creating more content and doing a lot more in real life streams, so if you would have me, I'd love to, you know, hang out with you guys too. No triple ticks today? No, not today. She had us triple ticking me all the spicy jokes early in the stream. I see what you did there. Hi, Fire Master. Rin says, who knows, maybe I'll actually run into you in the future. I still plan to go to Japan. That would be amazing. The world is such a small place, especially when you're a flight attendant, guys. You'd be surprised who you run into you never expected. Alright, so I would like to leave on a positive note. I like to draw a card from my positive affirmation deck. And yeah, let's see what we pull up today. Something for the Tentacruel fan viewers to bring with them for the next day or today. It doesn't matter. Alright, gotta channel my what do you guys call it? The heart of the cards. I saw my blue eyes white dragon. You love the Yu-Gi-Oh references, huh? Positive affirmation hype, exactly. I think I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but lately I've been keeping a gratitude journal that was gifted to me for my birthday by one of my mods, Serge Rashir, and it's been doing amazing things for my perspective and just how I carry myself throughout the day. When you start your day with gratitude, you are setting yourself for success. No matter what ish comes your way, you're able to remember about you're able to reflect and remember the things that you're grateful for. And you just don't feel like you're in such a bad mood anymore because you try to remember the grand scheme of things. Anyway, positive affirmation for the Tentacruel fan today is I am determined. I am determined. You are determined. We're all determined. Tell yourself this 3 times in the mirror and you shall manifest and believe. I am determined. When I set my eyes on something I want to accomplish, whether it be a simple goal, I am determined. No matter how many times I fail at the goal at the beginning, I am determined to pick myself back up again, dust off my shoulders and my knees, and go at it again. We're not perfect. We're not. We're only human. We're gonna end up stumbling a couple times before we get it right. But with your determination and your will to continue, you will get better. Alright, there goes the positive affirmation for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed what you like, and you know, you appreciate the vibes here, please consider following. If you'd like to support me, you can always subscribe for those extra sub perks. Let's keep in touch offline on Discord. And yeah, all my socials are down there in chat. My next stream is gonna be on Tuesday at 8 p.m. PST. It's a casual stream where I'm not as made up. You know, I like to have realistic expectations for everyone. We're not always gonna be made up, okay? Sometimes we gotta have hobo days too. I most likely will do some just chatting for an hour and gaming on Tuesday. So yeah, there's that. Alright, so I'm gonna... my mods are so wonderful for helping me shout out my socials, because I'm not very good at that, but I'm trying to get into the habit of it. I had a lot of fun today, guys, and I hope you did too. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow's my self-care Sunday, so that's when I unplug and do chores. And refresh myself for the new week ahead. Let me see who is online so that we can raid them. If you guys have a raid recommendation, please feel free to redeem your points for that. Otherwise, it's okay. I will pick someone. Ah, you know what? Since someone pretty much, you know, so attendees, your attendees, he apparently defended me in Lauren's chat. So, oh wait, never mind. You have someone. If you're down, you don't need to. Actually, I have to check if Garrett's on first, because I promised him I would raid him. No? Okay. One sec, you'll check it out. Oh, I've seen his chat before. He sings and he's being a dude. But Parkouri? I will raid Parkouri. He's super kind? Aw, that's great. Okay, I'm gonna wait on my mod for the confirmation to see that, you know, their values also align with ours. And we might just do a shout out, so we have a better visual. He's super kind, big lolly, big on normalizing mental health and tough topics. Oh, Big Ali. I mean, they're trolling often. I'm sorry to read my chat messages. Playing Apex at the moment. Okay. Right, let's go and visit Parkouri, my worst enemies. Raid recommendation. I like for you to give them a lot of tentacle love in the chat, please and thank you. I would really appreciate that. Tell them what the Tentacrew fam is all about. I think it's amazing that they are also an ally and you know, a mental health advocate.
Oh, what the fuck? Amoeus, what are you doing?
Why is it that we always have the ones with a lot of vulgar language?
No, it's true.
Okay, swears a lot, but in good faith. Good. He was actually on the first unplanned discussion before the one you were on. Nice. Was only able to tune in at the end, but thanks for the chill time. No, thank you. Don't worry, it's not your fault. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting your friends, and yeah, let's go ahead and give them a raid. I'm gonna go ahead and put the raid command in. There you go. Oh, wait. Is that spelling correct? Parkouri? This is invalid username. Can someone help me? Oh. Okay, got it. Okay, there you go. It should be good now. Alright guys, thank you again for, hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun and I hope you guys enjoyed the whole podcast addition to the stream. I hope to do that more often. I'm now taking applicants, so if you would like to be part of the podcast, just contact one of the mods, and the mods, I will give you a link to share an e-form for people who want to be part of the Feels podcast. Until next time, thank you so much for being part of my happiness. Heart emojis.